It's the Workers Club with Danny Garcia, Hiram Garcia, Howard Gewirtz, Michael Hayes, Wayne the Rock Johnson, Paul Levesque, Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard, with literary guest Ryan Gewirtz in the footnotes. Here's your hosts, Wilson, Gus, and Larry.
The Workers Club. I love the name.
Larry, snap out of it. Like how I started that. It's the Workers Club with Gus, Larry, and Wilson. Are you just ready to get into it? I have no preamble. I have nothing. How are you guys doing? Everybody okay in general?
Yeah, I'm good.
Speak now.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Are you ready, Larry?
Sure.
Oh boy. I'm killing Larry with these things. And he's gonna groan when he sees this. Look at
That's
that.
a long one. It's the Workers Club, a podcast where we apologize. I, Larry, would like to apologize for ever speculating that Paul Triple H Levesque was one of the unnamed corporate officers in the Janelle Grant lawsuit. I'm sorry, Mr. Levesque. It was wrong of me to assume you knew about Vince's payoffs over the years, or any form of sexual, physical, or mental abuse of any talent during your time as a performer or executive. Until I see your name in a legal document, you're A-okay with me, pal. The names have been released, and he's not one of them, so that means he knew nothing. Paul has been a performer in WWE since 1995, an executive since 2011, and married to Stephanie McMahon since 2003. To keep his beak clean of all this nastiness is admirable. Even going back to when he was running NXT starting in 2010. He was always above it all. From 2013 to 2015, when it was revealed there was an environment of sexual harassment, physical and mental abuse by trainers, coaches, and writers we hired, Paul didn't know. If he did, he would have suspended or fired any number of people when the allegations were brought to executives over the years. Bill DeMott resigned, eventually, because he said he didn't want to embarrass Paul or the company. Why? Probably because they knew nothing. Was Paul on the board that investigated his father-in-law, Vince McMahon, voted him out, then voted him back on? Yes. Is he married to Stephanie McMahon, who left the company when Vince came back? Yes. But are we to speculate that they ever talked about Janelle Grant or the investigation? He's not in the lawsuit. His hands are clean. Now, you might say that Vince has a documented history of crowing about his sexual endeavors, and that part of the lawsuit is that many people had to know because he was crowing about what he was doing to her. But then you'd have to figure Paul would have heard about that. Is he in the lawsuit? Exactly. We've already decided that his wife never spoke to him about any of this. We can also just assume he wasn't in the meeting where Stephanie McMahon motioned to Janelle Grant to sit next to her. A normal thing to do. Just like it was a normal thing for Nick Khan to tell Janelle Grant, I know who you are, when she first met him. The WWE has always been very normal, and Paul, if anything, has been a stalwart champion, a shining pillar for the company, and what it stands for. Not knowing anything. And also, what's best for business? Triple H. Triple H. Triple H.
Man, what a endorsement. Larry, that's very good of you to do that. Take my name out of your mouth. I don't apologize.
That's because you're an AEW freakazoid who was
Yeah,
let
Booker,
down. Your butt hurt.
Booker of the
Triple
year,
H.
my ass.
Well, what a bunch of nonsense.
That seems to be the theme of what the name's getting released is that, hey, look, see, everybody thought it was Paul. Take that back. Can't be.
I mean, you guys mentioned it on the last show of Vince always making Triple H eat shit.
Yes.
I don't
You
think he thinks much of him.
Yeah, you
I
don't
mean, he
think he's
completely
telling him?
undid all of his booking decisions. Remember that? And just,
Yeah. You don't think
so
he's telling him? He's telling him.
I don't think he is.
You don't think he is? I think he is
No,
because
I think he thinks he's a doofus.
I think that's why he's telling him exactly because he's like, "You're married to my daughter, not you're going to hear about it now." Because the same thing where it's like, he's quote unquote married to Linda, and then Stephanie McMahon knows about it. Like Meltzer was talking about it earlier today. It's like she had to like she's been in through it all the trials, all the tribulations, and he says I know for a fact she's embarrassed about it because he can't stop talking about what a virile man about town that he is, and they're still married, quote unquote, and it's embarrassing for the family, but it's like, yeah, she's got this doofus husband. This guy's showing according allegedly to the lawsuit, the production crew, the ref, anybody that's passing by his office. He's like, "Come here, get a little Brock Lesnar." You don't think he's going up to Paul and going, "Hey, you know who that is, right? I pooped on her head."
And we're supposed to believe that in a wrestling company, out of every business in the world, that there is zero gossip between employees and nothing gets spread around.
If you were to listen to the mutants, don't apologize. Let's get Carrie on.
You gonna come on? You gonna appear in front of the camera and wave hello?
Why?
You were requested to. That's all.
Get a mic. Get a mic. Get a headset.
I've offered her the chance to sit in on the show from the other room. But
Yeah.
it hasn't gone down yet. Okay. Oh, there's a
Great
cat.
flannel. Everybody's wearing red. Or is that an orange flannel?
That's orange. Now hers is orange. Okay. Anyways, yeah, whatever.
Classic
Paul knows
Larry.
nothing.
We're talking about sexual assault and sex trafficking, and Larry goes, "Yeah, whatever. Who cares?" Anyways, moving on. He's just like Brian. This, I keep going through this book.
Where's your outrage over Jericho, bro?
I've been more enjoying Nick Hausman slowly shutting everything in his life down and being like, "Whoops, maybe I shouldn't have said that."
Oh, that reminds me.
I wonder who told him to take that shot.
I don't know. Well, he said that he did it because he just doesn't like Chris Jericho, and he's heard things.
Yeah,
Oh,
And one day
From,
he'll get his.
from Lockport Phil.
he finally got blocked by Sean Ross Sapp again. Don't remember.
Oh, nice.
What
Don't
happened?
remember. I was not going hard on him. Maybe a few too many. I kept trying to out scoop him. When he would post a spoiler, I would answer who it is.
Oh my gosh,
That
that guy with the Okada thing, and then recently it's twofold. The Okada thing, he reported what the Tokyo Press reported, which is always going to be like whatever they've heard from the wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
And so then Dave Meltzer was like, "That's not true," and he took down that tweet, kept up the report, and then with the Brandon Thurston and all this getting the names confirmed, Sean Rice said, he put this is what his report was. I've confirmed with Ann Callis that what she said to the other reporters is in fact true. That
Brandon's
was
a man.
$5, please.
Brandon's a man. Like, all he did was an adult thing and was pick up the phone, talk to the lawyer, and ask. Like, he's being a journalist.
I mean, Dave today being like, so Brandon Thurston and John Pollock, it's always the same names popping up. They're keeping on this. They're looking into it. They're getting the confirmations. Again, Dave is not, we've talked about, is not investigative. He is just observing.
He is the observer.
But he is the observer. It all clicked in. He is that's what you call the Netflix documentary, The Wrestling Observer.
Can I take the discourse low?
Oh, God. What?
Does Dave like to observe in the bedroom?
No. Dave is
No?
absolutely.
You don't think he
tearing
invites
it up.
Frank Shamrock over and then just marks out like Flair Steamboat?
First of all, it'd be something
getting
like.
out of his
And
chair.
I hate
I
to.
think-
I hate to drag these people into it, but it'd be like, what's the historian guy's name? It'd be like that, or like a Mike Tenay. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, Mike
Oh.
Tenay is definitely in the corner of the chair. Or is Mike Tenay doing the business and Dave Meltzer's in the chair curling?
He's observing.
Look, Dave is what you call
He's
a
observant.
fool in the lifestyle.
With that, yeah, with the tie-dye hoodie and the bedazzled jeans, yeah, probably.
Oh, he's got that sweet San Jose Sharks starter throwback. Actually, I don't even think it's a throwback. It's just a jacket he still owns.
Let's not get crude, but we've all seen the tongue gif. Dave destroys. That thing is a monster. As I keep reading this book, I don't know if I've been clear throughout all these like podcast episodes we've done, but I don't like WWE, and I don't like Vince McMahon, and I don't like what it does to people. And I feel like leading up to this book, we've been like, yeah, it's weird. Vince is is dumb, and he's weird. This book is such an indictment of how dumb and how stupid Vince is, and it is what I thought it was going to be, of him being like, so this thing happened to me or another person. Ha ha ha! That's funny. And it's like, it's not. It's abuse. It's bad.
And the crazy part, though, it's filtered through somebody who, I think we can say likes the guy and, loved being a part of this.
Yeah, that's the thing that, as we go through here in these coming up chapters, is I've never seen somebody so. He is creative. He is a writer. He wants to influence the product, put out something that he as a fan would like or whatever. ... But then he also knows that he is not needed there. It is no point to be there. There's no reason for him to be there. And it just underlines just how dumb the company is, how stupid it all is. With him constantly bringing up, like, anybody worth their salt doesn't need him, doesn't want him. And he's like, I know that. Makes sense. The wrestling I like didn't have a writer, but here I am. And just to be like a creative to be in a role where I just want to be next to it. I just want to have some kind of finger in the pie. Even if it's Vince's whole thing. Like, he keeps calling himself head writer throughout this book. Vince is the head writer. Right? Like, what's he the head writer of? It has to be approved by Vince.
That's the thing. I never really, I don't know. You never really heard Gewirtz referred to as the head writer.
In the book, he calls himself head writer all the time.
I know. That's
Which
true.
is, again, where it's like, they really have that time? I guess they do, and I think it's just to be like, you have to eat the most shit.
Yeah, you're the one who is going to take everything to Vince, and you're going to...
You have to have the most poop on your head.
Yeah.
Remember when Heyman and Bischoff?
Dude,
headed
I was
up the
just going to
brand?
say that. Yes. And Eric
And it
Bischoff,
lasted like 3 months.
Yes.
Did the TV change? I don't... Because even when they brought him back, it's like, well, they're not going to be in charge of creative.
I remember.
No, Bischoff literally just kind of...
He flamed out. Like, almost
It took like
immediately.
3 weeks. I think he was literally back in catering and didn't even like...
The word was he didn't know any of the current guys. He didn't know what to do. So, he's just hung out in catering. And then the Heyman thing lasted longer. But, and I remember Dave on this. Dave is always this guy now who, like, looks for, like, the, like, shining light. Like a little hope at the end of the tunnel. Where he's like, well, you can see Aleister Black's getting pushed. That's Heyman. This is all leading into the pandemic. You can see this person's getting pushed. That's Heyman. But then things would happen where Vince is like, I don't like that. And so any good thing, it was a current thing of Paul good, Vince bad. It was Heyman good, Vince bad.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Eric Bischoff, which it's so funny that he sits all day eating his steak and being like, Tony Khan, does he have his thing locked up for when AEW's around longer than his version of WCW in about 50 some weeks when it passes Nitro? Does he have it locked?
He's gonna qualify it with it was a more competitive landscape, and there's gonna be so many bullshit.
I know, but that would be a wild defense.
If you look at the data and the metrics, it doesn't scale properly.
What doesn't scale properly?
I don't know, but he's going to hit you with some numbers.
Oh, you're saying that. I thought you were coming at me with like, look at the data. I was like, well, Larry's got data. Oh yeah, no. Well, look.
No, that's gonna be it, and he's gonna call Tony more of a failure because he should be.
When you know Eric Bischoff is grifting when he took the episode from a year Punk debuted that Rampage, and then the next year he was like, look at the year over year on this. Look at the drop. It's like Punk debuted the year before. What are you talking about? He's like, they're just dying. They're dying on the vine over here. I don't know. I'm kind of pumped for when. Tony Khan now can't shut the hell up about the TV deal. He's like, it's good. It's good. We're getting one. It's good. And so that'll be a thing. It was a thing when everybody said they'll die in 6 months. Your hero, Cornette. It'll just be... I'm curious to see what happens. I don't know why everybody is so mad about it. Will Dave pivot even? I'm wondering if Dave will pivot, because his big thing with WWE is they have all the money in the world. It doesn't matter what they do. They're dummy-proof. Will that go with AEW, or is he going to still be like... He gets so mad when Tony isn't doing what he's doing. he's sighing audibly. I would have the brackets out already. That's what I would be doing. Curious. All right, are we ready for the SNL chapter?
That's not where we start, is it?
Yeah, The Rock is cooking. Chapter 13. We left with does funny equal money?
Yeah.
So
what did we decide on? Does funny equal money? Do we come
to the last note was what have we learned? He never really came out on either, other than that he likes a little bit of comedy in his wrestling. So he says, well, it could have just been decided with a definitive yes, with a simple 2-word answer. The Rock. So he brings up Vince McMahon has a favorite expression. A match is a promo, and a promo is a match.
Again, you're going to leave out the stupid line of a backstage Rock promo from 2000 is really not that different from a Jumanji movie today.
Yeah, I left that out. I didn't underline that. I looked at it and I was like, "This guy's an idiot. I don't care." Well, that's Vince is in his head. Or it's everything's a movie. We make movies. You never watched a wrestling promo and went, "Holy shit, this is just like a movie." There's a first act, a second act, third act. We get the Dan Harmon circle going on over here. Now he's bringing me all around.
The Dan and Law.
Yeah. What am I reading, Joseph Campbell? I'm on a journey. Vince says a match is a promo. A promo is a match. And if I underline this, you better believe it, Vince is stupid. Let's think on this. A match is a promo, and a promo is a match. What do you think about that?
That just sounds like some bullshit you say when some annoying twat is in your office and you just want to get about your day of pooping on people's heads.
My understanding of wrestling is that a promo is short for promotion.
Correct.
And that it promotes the person to buy a ticket, the person watching to buy a ticket to the match, and the match is the payoff. And so it can't really be one or the other. One is promoting the match, and one is the match. But he moves on. He talks about how he loves Roddy Piper versus Adrian Adonis. And that's fine. He loved it. which says a lot about him and his love of Roddy Piper. He says that he likes a lot of The Rock's humor, making fun of the Big Show's chokeslam. I'm very grateful for Paul White's sense of humor, parentheses. Because, yes, it always comes back to, by the way, The Rock is going to take something that we could build up, like a giant doing, rah with his hand. That could be something, but we're going to cut it and make it a joke.
That's part of his character.
If we want to skip ahead, the thing about the SNL skit is that's actually what The Rock does in real life. What he's doing to that guy in that.
Yes, that is and that's Brian Gewirtz's big thing is, what if we have a guy tear somebody apart to the bone? And we do have a Gus getting cute alert. It has happened.
It's early.
Very early on.
I'm still getting adjusted to this new medication. It sucks. So
that's fine.
If me dying is cute, that's fantastic.
I mean, would you want to be somebody that's dying like?
No.
Yeah, just like cute with your little blanket up on your chin. Yeah.
Did you ever see the Bjork stalker? His suicide video.
He was stalking Bjork, the musician.
Yeah, and then he killed himself on video.
No.
For some reason, that's what popped into my mind with what we were just talking about, but it's disturbing.
It look like Gus? Why did that pop into your mind?
Well, because he said he was dying on camera.
Oh.
Well, yeah, he killed himself.
Gus said that about himself.
Oh, he did. Okay.
That's what made me think of that. I'll have to find it. I'll have to find it for you.
Yeah, send it to me. I would love a video of a
he's
guy.
He's like shaved bald, kind of a fat guy, and he's wearing like face paint, and he's listening to like
the saying?
What?
I shaved bald. He's kind of a fat guy.
Oh no, I'm just but wearing face paint, and he's just listening to the last few Bjork songs of his life, and then he just rocks back and forth, shoots himself, and it makes it like a little. It's not an impressive gun noise, but
they never are.
I think he tried to send like an acid bomb to Bjork.
That's not nice for somebody you like.
No.
Well, but he was obsessed with
Were they good Bjork songs?
I don't really know.
Why are you asking that question?
Well, I'm a little movie nut, so I like the Spike Jonze directed It's All So Quiet. Very good video and very good song. He listens to that. That's great. Shh. Shh. That's in the song. In Chicago, traditionally the hottest crowd in the country, parentheses, sorry, New York City. The parentheses, I feel like, do take over as opposed to the footnotes. It's a lot of parentheses. Yeah. And they could just be footnotes, or they could all just be sentences. Chris Jericho, another guy who loved to collaborate and could think on his feet as well as anyone. They want to do he talks about, this is the Rock says motherfucker on camera, and he doesn't get cut off by Stephanie because the crowd is too loud. And he does posit, sometimes having a loud crowd is bad.
No,
is that why they try to keep him quiet?
But we do have another Vince line Vinceism. Nothing bad can ever happen on live TV, and I wrote Bud Dwyer.
Speaking of
wrong,
Bud Dwyer. I'm surprised that never has been a wrestling angle. I mean, I guess Vince was kind of close.
It was Hawk.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
he was pushed.
Yeah, was he though?
Droz pushed him because he was the pusher.
Or was Droz trying to help him?
No, he was the one giving him drugs. That was supposed to be the angle.
Well, then they tried to do it with Vince. Austin was going to put the gun to his head and said bang, and he peed himself. So there was going to be a live murder.
It would have been better if his nose started gushing blood and he made a slump face.
Or if there was a live round.
That's what I was saying.
It's like that movie that was it Rust or whatever with Alec Baldwin. Steve Austin just staring at a revolver, being like, "I thought it was the gun with the toy gun." Vince is just laying in a pool. Would have saved so much heartache and troubles. MSG was a special place for both of us in the greatest arena in the world. Sorry, Chicago. See, he's doing a funny thing where Chicago's got great crowds, but New York's got the best arena. Rock would wear sunglasses backstage, so you could not tell he was reading his lines.
Is that why he still has sunglasses on when he cuts promos?
I don't know. I like that there's that thing where everybody loves that. Oh, Cena called him out on reading his promo from his wrist, and then they were like, "We staged that." Did they stage that, or it was an after the thing where they went, "Let's just say we staged it." What do you think? Did John Cena call him out live? Doesn't matter.
I think it's just like this current run. He thought it would work, right? Or he thought no one would notice, and then he was retconning it because he got a negative reaction.
Yeah, I like that. So they want to have The Rock sing New York, New York in MSG. But The Rock, for whatever reason, cannot remember the lines to New York, New York. So they write them on paper, and Brian's holding the paper up for The Rock. And The Rock, after the segment, goes, "Do you realize what you just did?" Brian had been holding the paper towards himself. Is that correct? Yes, facing the wrong direction. So Brian's...
What does that mean?
So he was showing... So if, say, I'm like, "Rock..."
Oh, so he was facing it towards himself.
Yeah, he was like, "Rock, read this."
What an idiot.
Yep. I like that he just leaves it at that. Rock was just like, "Do you realize what you just did?" And The Rock wasn't like, "Bro. Not happy right now." There's no telling what would have happened if he messed up the lines. He goes, he does, to Larry's point, maybe he messes up the lyrics, the crowd boos, and he turns heel, and the entire dynamic changes.
Sure.
I wrote, so Rock doesn't need a lackey writer, or maybe he does, as somebody to beat on and be like, "You piece of shit. You son of a bitch." So we go. And then he keeps going with that, by the way. The thread, he's like, maybe there's no Moana. Maybe because he's a heel, he's never a big movie star. But he digresses.
Yes.
3 asterisks. Here we go. If there's a show on television that can draw direct comparisons to WWE, it's Saturday Night Live. Is it?
Well, the word of direct comparisons carrying a lot there.
There was so Rock, was on the show, and he was not there for it. Tommy Blacha, who knows, from Conan O'Brien. He regaled me with stories of producing Vince McMahon and Lauren Michaels in the cold open. I was a little jealous. But in 2009, he was lucky enough to sit in the stands and watch his Rock host for the 3rd time. Footnote alert. At one point, he looked up into the stands, smiled, and gave me a loving wink, which was cool, but odd. I later found out I was sitting next to his then-girlfriend and future wife, Lauren, so the wink might have been for her. There's no way to be sure. It's a long way to know. Like, he knows who he's sitting next to. So I don't know what this joke is about or who it's for. Is it for her? So what are we doing here?
I have a few litigious ideas, but
who is this? Who is this book for? Who's reading that? And going,
Who's the book for?
That's good. He remembers when the MacGruber, which is a great movie, the cast of MacGruber, came to guest host Raw with Lonely Island member Yorma Tacone. Double footnote alert. Consider this foreshadowing to the upcoming chapter about the infamous guest host era. You've been warned. It's foreshadowing. You're warned.
I'm ready for it.
I've read it. It's not good. So he goes, hey, we... by the way, did anybody else have Michael Hayes yells, fuck me running when he's running around? He says, if there's Vince, there's Lorne, we're in front of a live audience. But also on SNL, if the audience is bored, they don't start chanting what after every sentence. And I just wrote, think about how prevalent the what chant is and how it's never died. The product, the fans, and why they chant what. One, they're mutants and they're just like weird, where they can't handle a pause.
Yeah.
I mean, they were talking about this today on Observer Radio, where Brian was like, performers just gotta, because he was talking about Drew handling it and going, say what if you loved that I put CM Punk out of action. And then he went, half the idiots still chanted what? He called them idiots.
Yeah.
But then Dave goes, yeah, that thing should have died 20 years ago. It hasn't. And on top of it, and then Brian goes, well, what performers should do is you got to just keep talking with no pauses. Oh, like a normal person. You're just no pauses, no breaks. You're just...
If you do... No, but see, I know. I've noticed some guys do that. And some do it well. You just got to start... because, again, they're trained fucking animals. If you do it 5 or 6 times, they'll get it.
Yeah.
So where you start, as soon as they're about to say what, it fucks them up.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say, and I was just thinking about this while driving for whatever reason, the 2 chant died out, didn't it?
Yeah.
We should all be thankful.
That's
we
good.
Should.
Well, in AEW, it was a relief that people could cut a promo with pausing while they were, acting. And no one would say what. And that's when you knew the crowd turned. All of a sudden, the what chant, as they were doing the more of the goofy NXT WWE stuff, all of a sudden the what chant started creeping in more. I remember pointing out specifically Ethan Ego Page doing a promo, and he was getting what, and I was like, oh no, that's not good. He's trying his best, and he's getting this yikes. It speaks to a certain, who is the fan that now in 2024 is sitting in the crowd going, I can't fucking wait to say what when this guy pauses for a second.
I'm going to take pictures and show how few fans there are. I'm going to tweet it corny.
Dude, I've been at those shows. Who's the gal who is a Cornette fan? She's moved on, I think, from AEW 8. But she was like, I'm a good-looking gal. This is my thing. I agree with everything Cornette says. I hate AEW. She'd go to those Missouri shows, and she'd take pictures, and she was like, "Look at this crowd." And this is early on AEW. I was like, it's the exact same crowd. They have 200 extra people, if anything. But she is taking pictures of the hard camera, look right there. Nobody cares about these guys, and that was during Omega, Pop, Iron Man. No, people were hot for that.
I don't know who that is.
But who are and Steve is a super fan. Who are these fans in WWE in these arenas, these filled arenas, who spend their big time money, and they're like, what is that, Damian Priest? What? What? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Well,
They don't want Cody.
I was at SummerSlam.
Did you hear what? They don't really do promos though on pay-per-views.
I was proud of them for being completely silent. Remember, there was that Shayna Ronda match that just was like 12 minutes of nothing.
Yeah.
That's the one where Steve got yelled at by the fans because they were so dead. He was the only one screaming.
They got mad at him for being into it?
He was just drunk. I mean, he wasn't into it.
Oh, he's just screaming. I was going to say, okay, this is so how, okay, it might have been my fault because I might have given him some candy beforehand. But the last show I was at with Steve, he was so oddly quiet. And I definitely kept like elbowing him, and I was like, so when Tony Khan comes out to thank us, that's when we rush the stage and we throw a big net over him and we arrest his ass. Or I was talking about like, okay, so if you and I fly to San Jose or wherever Dave Meltzer lives, and we capture him with a big net, and we arrest him and take him to jail, and he was just very. He wasn't yelling cunt at anybody. He wasn't. He wasn't being belligerent. We keep going and getting drinks, and then we did talk a lot about the guy. There was a guy at the end of the row on the aisle, and I apologize because I got the tickets that time, and I was like, should have gotten the aisle. I didn't. I didn't know this guy would be here. He was one of these guys. He was arms folded, going, "Don't like it. Don't like that. I have to keep getting up for people. Don't like it." He was commenting about it. You know,
Oh, what
here
an
we go,
asshole.
here we go again. Anybody in the row that would be like, I have to go to the bathroom, I have to get a drink. Like, it's like, brother, you got the aisle seat.
I'm getting up an extra 4 times, and I don't like getting up.
I just said to see, this guy's so mad. This guy's so mad he has an aisle seat. And I was like, so one of the trips was like, we gotta get double. We gotta get the double drinks. We gotta both have 2 in each hand because this guy is going to be furious when we chug these. And go, all right, 10 minutes later, all right, we got to go back. But Steve was like fairly, maybe it was because my wife was with me and his wife was with him. Although his wife is with him all the time. So maybe
no,
my
you're
wife
right.
was,
That is, I was going to say I had the same interaction. Once was a loud Steve and once was a quiet, reserved Steve, and the second it was with the wife.
And then again, though, I did give him candy before the show, and he was like, "This is good candy," and so maybe he was just like. But then again, we had like I said on the previous podcast, we had a lovely conversation about Gus and the concourse. So he seemed okay. I've lost my place again because I dropped my book. Here we go. Where are we? God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We're before the pictures. Okay, Rock is
143.
Sorry.
Chris Jericho's a racist.
Yes, including an opening Triple H CM Punk promo that went long and clocked in at 20 minutes. Oh, he keeps talking about Triple H's long promos. He's clocking them. He's timing them.
There's a couple segments he mentions I want to mark and go back and watch. You didn't watch any, did you?
Yeah, I did. A few of them. I did.
John Cena Sr. one?
Yep, I watched that.
Okay, good.
I watched that. I was confused because I wasn't watching at the time, so I hadn't finished reading it, and then I watched it and I was like, "Why is he fucking narrating over it? What the fuck is happening?" And then he explains why that was, but that's still a weird move to narrate. Has that ever happened after where a wrestler narrates over a filmed segment?
Is that what happens?
Yeah, Edge talks over
Edge
the
just
video.
Talks. Okay.
Yeah, he goes, and here I am. I'm saying this, and I'm smelling the jerseys. It's worse. It's worse than what he was ever doing. I can't imagine the segment is so bad. Well, I know why they did it. He explains why they did it because the John Cena Sr. is being weird. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Yes, Chris Jericho thought this is at a party downtown. Chris Jericho thought Terrell Owens, aka T.O., was a famous rapper. Neo? Is it Neo or Neo?
I don't know.
We're the wrong people to ask. It was pissed off when T.O. didn't want to talk music with him. Footnote alert.
I would be pissed if I had to talk to Brian.
As detailed in the best-selling Chris Jericho book, Undisputed, How to Become the World Champion in 1,372 Easy Steps. Available now on Amazon.com.
This guy doesn't look like Terrell Owens. I don't know. Maybe he...
But also, wouldn't Terrell Owens immediately, when somebody's like, hey, I know your music, wouldn't Terrell Owens be like, I'm a football player? Like, was Chris Jericho insisting that he was lying?
I don't know. I'm sure Jericho was inebriated.
As someone on his vodka drinks that he loves,
yeah,
I can't imagine anybody more excited that CJ Perry is single than Chris. After hearing his episode with her on his podcast, he talked a lot about it. He was definitely that guy to me, as being a guy that myself can be a little bit forward with me. Is like, yeah, you like to party. Miro, not so much. He'd be back at the room. But I remember your drink. I know your drink was. Or he was talking to Miro maybe, and he was like, I remember her drink. It was just kind of edge to it where it was like, I don't trust this guy. I don't like this. I don't like how this conversation is going. It's pretty well known that SNL doesn't really like outsiders. It's true to a degree. They don't not, I would say, dislike people that are certain people will come in with writers. They're generally comedy people. I think it's changed over the years, but he is going in with that current mindset.
Like who? Who would do that in a mainstream context?
Well, recently, like Shane Gillis brought one guy, or like certain stand-ups, certain.
So if they're a comedian, okay, I guess that makes a little sense.
Like Will Ferrell, I'm sure, like McKay would come back for that, because McKay was his writer when they were on the show together.
Yeah.
As someone who's received countless pitches from friends, double footnote alert, I had to let my friend Stu down gently. Stu Hart? When I told him we were not doing his idea where a wrestler acquired the power of telekinesis. Why, Paul Heyman pitched something like that, didn't he?
Disco had the invisible wrestlers, right?
Oh no, he had the Heyman wanted
he had the alien
frozen
invasion too.
A frozen Nazi that had been unearthed.
No, that was a writer.
That was a writer? I thought that was Heyman had the frozen Nazi.
No, that was a writer because he wanted Heyman to manage Hyden.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Probably Patrice O'Neal.
I know. Are there any Patrice O'Neal stories in all of this? Patrice O'Neal is looking. I've heard him
tell one.
I've never listened to any of Patrice O'Neal's. He
tells a great one about remember when D-Lo and one of the headbangers was under the employ of Tiger Jeet Singh?
No.
And they wore turbans?
No.
Oh, because they got bounced from the 2000 Rumble in exchange for Drew Carey. Okay?
Oh.
But he tells a story of Tiger Ali Singh. Tiger Ali Singh was the son. Saying something to Vince about the turban, and I think he didn't want D-Lo and the headbanger to wear them because it's kind of sacrilegious. Mm-hmm. And he does a Vince impression of what Vince told these fucking guys to put the fucking turbans on and get out there.
I can't imagine. I don't know, maybe Patrice would be okay with Brian Gewirtz. All I know for Patrice is a little bit of stand-up and then tough crowd and stuff like that and radio appearances. I just can't. Him looking at Brian Gewirtz was always just so people pleasing. I don't know. Well, we know that Brian wouldn't write about it. I know that much. Maybe he would if it's self-deprecating. So he explains what a shoot is, kind of, when he goes, I pitched these ideas, and one of them was two wrestlers cutting a backstage promo on each other with one of them getting way too personal. The note I wrote as an example was, he's got herpes underlined. Parentheses, underlining herpes makes it funnier. And I wrote, so your idea is what you do. Yeah. So your idea is what you do, and you did underline herpes, and you acknowledge it. That's weird. Like, that's the punchline. Herpes! It's bad. It's just bad. It's all bad.
Well, it's a direct comparison with SNL. You know, they make same jokes there.
It's very funny because, yes, as this chapter goes on, he gets very gotten to. And it's like, oh, it's almost like you're in the deep end of the water and you're like, I can't hack it. Help me. So they took his idea and the writers kind of like did what they could with it. And during the read, where they read sketches out and stuff like that, the sketch now was a little weirder, with the wrestler going off on random tangents and making non sequitur analogies. And I was like, so writerly. Like, so the comedy writers took it and made it, you know, not stupid. I was sitting in a dressing room with Hiram Garcia. Footnote alert. Am I saying that right? Hiram?
Hiram?
One of the wrong people to ask. Here's the footnote. Current president of $7, uber talented producer of all Rock's movies, author of a book highlighting Rock's career in pictures.
It's Danny's brother.
Yes.
We've already mentioned him, which is, I don't know why it's weird that he puts it in here.
We mentioned him when we read that review where the guy was like, what a great book with all these pictures. The Rock's life in pictures. It's such a great book. And it was like, does this woman work for $7?
Oh, okay. You're right.
But now he comes up in the book, and yeah, he doesn't mention, oh yeah, this is Danny's brother. He just goes, he's known Rock since they were both teenagers at the University of Miami. He too is a diehard Canes fan, proving no one's perfect. And I went, hello, Danny's brother. Hello, like, this is all just family. Yes, it's fine. It's fine that it's family, but to be like, it's Hiram Garcia, cool guy. I'm out. You know, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Who's this for?
So there's SNL writer Rob Klein, and he goes, what if we make it so that he's catfishing him, but he's catfishing him with his daughter's picture, that he didn't know that he had a daughter. It really was a brilliant way to tie everything together, and I left the room feeling pretty good. That wasn't your idea, but the big
Somebody
punch
bailed me out, and I felt good about it.
The big punchline. The comedy writer in the room came up with the big punchline to really make the crowd go, "Oh!" and end it and all that.
God,
he's just happy that the sketch is going to get on the air, maybe.
I would not be able to coexist with Brian in a writing room.
He's like, do we have the herpes thing in there?
I just would leer at him every time he said something. I can just picture it in my mind.
Well,
just getting angry.
So they're shooting he's with The Rock, and they're shooting a pre-tape. You know, they do these segments where they shoot it. It's either a film thing, and they shoot these on. Gosh, now I gotta do my SNL bona fides. I feel like they shoot them Wednesday or Thursday. It's close. It's crazy the schedule they're on. Just like WWE, where they have to edit something. They have a day to edit it all together. And it's where The Rock is playing Bambi, a live action Bambi, and he's killing the hunters. And it's a Fast and Furious spoof. Okay? And I pulled out who were all involved in that. Because he talks about these people. Here we go. So he's like, I got to write my WrestleMania 31 promo for The Rock. So after this, we're going to fly to WrestleMania 31, and The Rock's going to have to cut a promo. So I have to write The Rock promo, and I don't have time. I'm on SNL. So he goes to the house that the SNL is rented, and he's like, okay, I'm going to write the promo now. And he hears, and the SNL cast, minus Bobby and some others, were hanging out between takes. So he's trying to write, and he hears, not exactly bashing the WWE skit, but not really loving it. I think the phrase I heard was, what is up with that WWE thing?
Now,
someone said, what?
Is this the same episode as the child molesting robot?
It might be. Which is a
that's
very great.
110
That's a great
times funnier.
That's a great sketch. Yeah. Someone said, "Oh, it's just Dwayne and his guys that had pushed it," and there was a general feeling that it wouldn't make it past dress rehearsal. Again, nothing really malicious. If I were an SNL cast member and not a WWE fan, I'd probably feel similarly. I'm trouble with that word. But then this alone evaporates all of his, like, I'm going to get a sketch. The little nugget where he was like, what if it's a wrestler making fun of another wrestler really bad, which is what he does on a weekly basis. That's enough to evaporate all of that. He's like, and I proceeded to write the worst WrestleMania promo in existence. We try to be judicious when it comes to Rock's catchphrases, but in that version, I think I used all of them in the first 3 minutes, which is an indication of having nothing original to say. Here's my notes. This is pathetic. This speaks to his talent. This sucks. He didn't even. He has said, I didn't come up with the catchphrases. So this is him sitting down, getting paid. He's off on location, getting paid to sit down and write phrases over and over that he did not create, and then inserting names into those phrases. And meanwhile, he's hearing people just being like, they want their shit on. They're writing. They want their shit on TV. And they're like, what's that promo shit? So, I have a list of the people that were in that sketch that might be taking breaks. Pete Davidson. I feel like we would know if he's a wrestling fan right now. Yeah. And I feel like he wouldn't give a shit. Taron Killam is a wrestling fan, so he's not the one questioning it. Bobby Moynihan is a wrestling fan. He is not questioning that shit. Jay Farrow, I don't know if he'd give a shit. He's not a known wrestling fan, but I don't think he'd give a shit. Kyle Mooney, I don't think he's a wrestling fan. I feel like we might have known by now. Cecily Strong, who is, she's got opinions on things. I think Cecily Strong, and that's why I think he's light on it, a woman being like, what's this shit? Like, oh, we're catfishing, it's like sophomoric. That's my thought. Cecily Strong, he heard Cecily Strong going, what's that about? Maybe she had a sketch. Who knows? I don't know. Could be Kyle Mooney who had a pre-tape idea with Beck Bennett.
Okay.
All the SNL fans listening are like, these are good fucking ideas. You're on to something. My pride was getting the better of me. I would probably never get a chance at SNL again. That might be the saddest sentence I've ever read in my life.
God.
I had to contribute something. But the more I pitched, the worse it got. Every joke or line reeking of desperation. I hate this man. This
Well, no,
is
it goes
bad.
back to Larry's point. Like, imagine being in the writing room with him. He's like, there's nothing worse than somebody like striking out at the plate and just continuing to chase every pitch.
This is Brian. Admit, this is what you wanted to do.
Mhm.
This is where you thought you'd be. And now you're here and you're realizing you're striking. You're not even getting foul tips. You're striking out. You're not at their level. You're at
You're
the
getting caught
WWE
looking.
level. Dude. It's wild that he is like getting more amped up about it. And and it even applies to wrestling, where he even admits what the wrestlers could ever, the good ones, the headliners, what they would come up with off the top of their head would never match anything he could ever write in the moment. But it's just, I just want to have that moment where somebody goes, that guy was there. He contributed. That's all it comes down to. That's wild that is your lot in life. That you're like, I contributed something. I was standing next to him when he said that. He said, do you smell what the Rock is cooking? And I was like, what if you're just like with your hand and you have your head tilted back and maybe you flick your tongue? The Rock's tongue flicking is me. That's why you like it. That's what I feel with Brian is, and I don't even know what to classify that. That's like a new breed of creative type who's just like, I want to just be in the room. Like, what is that? Is that in any other writer's room where somebody's like, yeah, those first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones were pretty good. I was sitting next to George R.R. Martin when he wrote that. I said, hey, what if there's a prostitute in the back and she's naked? And he was like, that's pretty good. Like, I don't know what this is. Of like, I just want to be in the room. What is that?
Well, I think it's telling that he never like aspires for anything beyond this. You never hear him talking about like wanting to get back into Hollywood and give it another go and like, try to make an honest attempt at it.
Well, yeah, he's like, I'm such a fan. This is my dream job. And it's like, your dream job of what? You liked it before there were writers. What is this dream job? It's invented for you to eat shit.
I think deep down he knows he can't. He would have.
He does know. That's what's crazy. He does know. He knows. But then he just carries on.
Uncle Howie wrote for Taxi, and he couldn't get a job with Malcolm and Eddie.
His uncle wrote for The Simpsons, and he says later in the book that his first spec script for like a class was a Simpsons episode, and the guy was like, more Simpsons humor, maybe? In my mind, I went from the brilliant writer who conquered the SNL writing room to the world's biggest hack and the SNL cast hating me. In reality, most had no idea who I was. And that's in parentheses. Ugh, God in heaven. So, in the end, the two wrestlers making fun of each other and one guy catfishing the other makes it on the air. And it's the first sketch. I had contributed something to SNL lore. Settle down, Brian, settle down. George finally kissed Lorraine. It's an 80s movie reference kind of chapter. You've just made 2 80s movie. I didn't even reference the other one.
The other one was another Ferris Bueller one, which he's already
Yeah.
referenced once.
I sprung back to life as Hiram and I high-fived. Rock, gracious as ever, was telling everyone where the idea came from. Not to take away from anything from the SNL writers, who did the incredible job of actually writing the sketch.
Not to take anything away from them for doing all of the work.
Rock was going around saying it was my idea. I didn't write it. We strode into
But he
the
did
SNL.
underline herpes.
He did.
It's just
Because-
funnier that way.
This is funnier. We all hate this guy, right? I'm sorry. Do we all hate this? He's head
Yeah.
of creative. By the way, sorry, Paul. He's head of creative right now. The biggest storyline in WWE, WrestleMania 40, Brian Gewirtz, Diarrhea Dwayne, Rock wearing a big old cowboy hat. Putting hat. Dude, this is Brian Gewirtz.
Running
You see-
long.
Yeah, I know. I love that Brian's like, oh, Triple H with that. Here's a 45-minute segment with The Rock.
Didn't they go long on Friday and they
by
had
the
to
way-
cut it off?
Everybody's like, oh, I love all
camera
these.
people were like,
I love all these Rock segments. People keep going, I love all these Rock segments. The Rock can't remember the fuck he's talking about ever. I've watched these. He keeps repeating himself, trying to remember where he was. He'll be like, how many times can you see an actor go, Seth, clown shoes, clown emoji, resetting, here I go. I got to remember where I was. Like, I know these tricks where he's like, where was I? What was I saying? Bloodline rules. That means bloodline rules. Seth, you're looking at me. Bloodline. And it's like, oh, this dude is old. He is struggling. Like, what? No, everybody's just like, I'm so glad The Rock is back. Are we? He can't remember anything. He
but that's
rambles
still,
minutes on end.
that's streets above everything else they've been shitting out though for the last.
People that are like,
20
Cody
years.
can cut a promo. It's like, watch AEW. What the fuck? Like, yes, we know. Man, can you believe Dave and Brian today? Cody was breaking down in this promo, and he was like, and he couldn't, they said he can't go for the title after this. And then Brian goes, which we've seen, yeah, in AEW.
Thanks, Brian. Great idea.
We strode into the SNL after party like conquering heroes. Why? I even got the nerve. This is something. By the way, at the bottom of the page, I wrote, "This sucks. I hate it." I even got the nerve to strike up a conversation with Vanessa Bayer, cast member, to tell her my appreciation for her Jacob the Bar Mitzvah boy. When I heard a voice screaming. Have you guys... Now, I'm an SNL head. Do any of you know her character, Jacob the Bar Mitzvah boy?
She is from Orange, Ohio.
So you're aware of her.
Oh, yeah.
She was a good cat. I liked Vanessa Bayer.
I did too. But I don't know this. I don't know this guy. Or whatever character this is.
Yeah, I got nothing.
It was just a very eager boy on his bar mitzvah, very happy to be there. And I'm trying to think of how we see Brian and him going. Maybe he's had a drink and he's like, you know what? I'm riding high. I'm going to go talk to Vanessa Bayer and tell her I like that character. And maybe that will lead to something. I don't know, man. I don't know. What was his...
I can start carrying her bags instead of the rocks.
Jesus.
But then he heard a voice screaming, Brian, we're fucking leaving. Let's go. It was Michael Cole. No, not the longtime WWE announcer. But one of Rock's security guys who has the same name.
Just call him Mike, and you could have saved me 12 seconds.
No,
of my
it's
life.
funny. He took you on a journey in a couple sentences. It was Michael Cole. You're like, what? No, not the long time. So he's like, oh shit, we got to go to WrestleMania. We can't even drink and hang out.
God, he's such a fucking nerd. I hate this.
Mm-hmm.
I downed a large energy drink.
Yeah.
Snort some Adderall, you fucking turd, and stay up and write the promo. You have money.
He did.
You're a writer. If you're a real artist, that's what you do.
You get it done.
Yeah.
You the pressure of like, oh shit, I gotta get this done, and that's like you just fucking hone in, and that's your best shit right there.
Oh yeah.
People don't realize how on the fly things can get in WWE. I think people realize. I think people know. So he got with Stephanie and Hunter. It's WrestleMania 31. They liked our framework as did Vince. I took down Stephanie's thoughts and then went to go put everything together into one cohesive script. Footnote alert. I don't think Stephanie gets enough credit when it comes to her promo skills. She can go toe-to-toe with anyone on the roster and can improvise with the best of them. I'm sure the internet wrestling community will calmly agree in silence and totally not start several angry threads on Reddit. He's online.
Yep, that confirms it.
I watched on the monitor as Triple H beat Sting, in part because the initial plan was to have a Rock Ronda versus Triple H Stephanie match the following year. So he's saying that that's why Triple H beat Sting, because you got to build him up for a year from now in a tag match.
Is that what he's trying to say there?
I think that's what he's... I wrote what? Because I was like, am I reading this right?
Oh,
Triple
yeah,
H
you're right.
beat
That is
Sting.
what he's trying to say.
In part because the initial plan was to have a Rock Ronda versus Triple H Stephanie match the following year. Why would that matter? Why would the... What?
Gotta keep him hot. If he loses,
For-
all the
For
steam
a year,
is gone.
for a year from now. Walking up to Sting going, look, we got a tag match in a year. Steve's just nodding, like, okay, I don't know, like, you're paying me, right? Have you heard about Christ? Ultimately, Rock had a conflict with his movie schedule, so Kurt Angle ended up replacing him and had the four had what many considered the best match of the night. So anyways, you hear my dog trying to get into the room?
No.
So, they're going over when The Rock and Ronda and Triple H and Stephanie, they're like, oh no. What's the promo going to be about? And there's a line.
I don't understand why this promo needs a writer.
Why does any of this need a writer?
I know, but like, there's not even an idea. It's not a wacky character. It's getting some big names together. They insult each other, and then they get physical.
Yes. He wants Stephanie to say, you the Johnsons wouldn't be nothing without the McMahons, and The Rock says, you wouldn't be in power if it weren't for Vince McMahon's Johnson. And then he writes, when in doubt, keep things classy. And I wrote, he knows that he sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is something kind of funny about calling a dick a Johnson, but... Remember those Big Johnson t-shirts?
Hell
Those were
yeah.
fun.
Did you ever know... I didn't own one of those. I didn't own a No Fear shirt. I didn't own a Massimo shirt. I didn't own a Stussy shirt. Are we hitting all of them?
You got most of them there.
No Fear, Massimo, Stussy, Big Johnson, Insane Clown Posse. Didn't own one of those. I was a blank tee, jeans, and a flannel jacket guy every day. Mick Foley, I blame you.
God, I want to apologize to Mick. I feel so bad for going so hard on him after, like,
Yeah.
Well, did we really go that hard on him? He was just he's a victim of the time.
Yeah, I still feel bad, though, because I think Brian is just the most insufferable human being I've ever...
Well, he says Stephanie has always been accused by fans of just being handed her job without having earned it. Even though that wasn't the case. Footnote alert. Okay, now they can start the Reddit threads. He doesn't say that. He goes, okay, now they can start that Reddit.
I know, I don't know what that means. I read it like 5 times. I'm like,
Yeah.
am I emphasizing the wrong word?
But also, it is the case. It is the case.
Yeah, of course it is.
Vince is hiring a woman to run creative. When? Why? It's his daughter. What are you talking about? I can't believe this McMahon got the job. It wasn't because of their McMahon. And that's it. That's the end of the chapter. And then it's pictures in the paper bag. Do you want to talk about any of the pictures?
Come on. We could talk about the tiara, but, we won't. I want to lose my home.
Chapter 14, Roddy. Growing up, my uncle, Howard Gewirtz.
Of Taxi fame.
Gewirtz.
You can't do it, can you?
Gewirtz.
Pick one.
Main character would have a story in all of his TV shows of main characters encountering his hero from childhood, often a celebrity who's down on his luck. Oh, I thought that was Colin coming in. Somebody's getting called.
I don't know what that means. Okay.
Gus is getting called.
He's the only one text.
Who's Skyping you? Who's Skyping you?
Oh, I accidentally hit a button on the laptop. I'm sorry. It was the Siri button.
Hold on, I have a message.
He's paying for fuck shows, probably.
I'm not that bad with money.
I can't believe Colin is picking out of the park baseball, and I love that game, but he's picking out of the park baseball 25. He's role playing a franchise right now. I didn't know Colin was a baseball fan. To ask him who his favorite team is.
The Brewers, probably.
Is he in Wisconsin? Did he say that?
I thought he was.
I can't remember. You're never going to get that team out.
Crew.
You're never going to get the championship out of them, Colin.
Robin Yount.
I went there in like 94, and I got a Phil Garner signed 8x10.
Oh, hell yeah.
Phil Garner, oh my god.
That old County Stadium was a shit.
Yep. They had the guy who slid down the slide into the big mug of beer when he hit a home run. That was fun.
They belong in the AL Central. That's still like sacrilege to me.
So are you an Indians fan?
What?
Do you like the Indians? Cleveland Indians. Do you like the Cleveland Indians?
The Guardians.
Oh, are they not?
You monster. When I was a kid, I loved baseball. What kid doesn't love baseball, right?
Brian Gewirtz.
So were you like CC Sabathia? Were you mad when you went to the Indians?
When I'm 10 years old, it was the Indians of the mid-'90s who were fucking awesome.
Kenny Lofton.
Yeah, Albert Bell. All the stories about him.
I love a fat baseball player.
Yeah.
I mean, Ray King, Angels. Remember Ray King? Anybody?
I don't remember him.
Google Ray King, Angels.
Matt Stairs.
Omaha legend and Indians player Yaba Chamberlain.
Oh boy, yeah, I forgot he was here for.
With the mosquitoes.
I was at a B-Dubs watching that game.
What's happening?
Yeah.
this is going to be bad, and I'm going to apologize right now. I was in a different place. I went to saw. I'm not going to tell this story. I'm not going to tell it. It's a
Okay.
bad look for me. I heard this story in my head. And I was like, I was just a really awful person back in the day. I saw a job playing Lincoln. Don't worry about it.
Oh, did you in the minor leagues?
In the minor in college. Yeah. I saw him in college.
Oh, okay.
And it was uneventful and nothing happened.
And nothing.
Oh,
don't
did you
worry
do
about
something
it.
with them?
No, nothing happened. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Everything's fine. Everybody's
I
safe.
roasted Milton Bradley's ass so hard at a Cubs game once.
Milton Bradley, he was here too.
Yeah.
Oh, Milton Bradley.
And then Sammy Sosa, when he was on the Orioles, I bought a ticket specifically just to like heckle him. When he was playing at Comiskey, he sat the game out. Coward.
Oh. Well, what's good is that he looks normal now,
Yeah.
and everything's okay. And Mike McGuire, we all know that guy, Mark McGuire. He's also, everything's okay. That whole era is fine. Giambi, Barry Bonds, it's all good. Roger Clemens is playing for the Bananas right now.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It's all good. Okay, so Roddy. His uncle, Uncle Howard,
Uncle Howie.
would pitch the same plot, which is guy meets his childhood hero. I'm resetting.
No, but we got to look. I want to know how many times he did it.
He says he did it on Wings. He did it on Taxi. He did it on Down and Out in Beverly. He tried to do it on Jenny. Brian says, I called out my uncle on the fact that as often as he'd gone to that well, something like that rarely, if ever, happens in real life. Maybe I was wrong. And he says he meets Roddy Piper, and then he goes, well, Roddy Piper wasn't Down and Out, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Which is like great writing.
Yeah.
But he does say, I was that kid. And what that kid means, I don't know. A fan? He goes,
he's already told us. Yeah. We know he loves
Why
Piper.
would a seemingly well-adjusted kid root for someone so reprehensible? Piper was two things I wanted to be, funny and fearless. Well, that's what I wrote. Well, neither happened. Yep, 0 for 2. You're a coward and you're not funny. So what are you going to do? So, in March 2003, I was now the 29-year-old head writer. He also always puts his age, by the way. I'm the youngest head writer in Raw. You're the first and not that of Raw, the head writer. What are you talking about?
It's kind of pathetic how he keeps repeating his title, too. Which makes me feel like he didn't actually have that title.
Yeah. That's where I write. Vince is the head writer. Stop saying it. What is it right here? Mags? No one layer? I'll figure it out. When the idea was pitched to have Roddy do a run-in during the Hulk Hogan versus Mr. McMahon match at WrestleMania 19. And I went, oh, okay, so who pitched that idea? Talk about that. He doesn't. He does later. We figure it out, but he's a bad writer, so he's just like, moving on. As the head writer, I represented everything Piper hated about the current state of the business.
It is telling that he just senses there will be heat.
Yeah, he's like, Steve Austin hates me. This guy is going to hate me. I didn't know it watching him in the WWF in the 80s. But he'd been working all over for years in different territories, knowing this guy is so true blue WWE, like never picked up a magazine, never cared to like check out anything else, just was like, I'm watching this is that, I'm done. The very notion of a writer handing him a script was ridiculous and also insulting. What you don't say? And sure, you could make the same argument for guys like Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, a host of other legends from that era. And also the era you're in. He's like, why would I make Steve Austin talk? So then he gets around to Bruce Pritchard. He was the one who pitched the Roddy run-in to begin with. What is this book? Why is it always like so hard? Just what? Like we never hear about anything good. It's all his fuck ups. It's all his which are interesting. Fuck ups are interesting. But is there anything like CM Punk is such a major figure during his time, and it's just like, whoop, nothing, nada. Who cares? Like, what's going on? What's going on in WWE? What are you doing? Like, why did you write this book?
Tell me about Nash coming back in 2011. That text message storyline. Remember that? Wasn't that a thing? Who was writing that?
Stick it. I want you to stick it.
It was the same, and it was that story from Nash has changed over the years, just like his story about Sting has changed.
Ooh, did you see the final answer came out where he just said, "I didn't want to do it."
Thank you. Yeah. Why was that hard?
Why did it take you 5 times to say it? I didn't want to do it. No one's there to see me.
Yeah, Steve was asking if I could do anything physical. And,
There's no fucking way that he was asking him to do anything physical. There's no way.
It was probably literally, hey, Kev, I'm having this thing. If you want to come by, would love to see you. Like, that was it.
Maybe he trotted it out like that would be cool. But it wasn't anything like where Kevin Nash felt like, oh shit, I'm committed if I say yes. Scotty Riggs is out there in the... Lex Luger didn't even show up.
He was
backstage.
Yeah, he
wasn't allowed to be on camera.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He wasn't on. That's the same thing. Just be there. Like Kevin Nash, just be like, Steve's not my friend. I don't know why he even asked me. That's what I want.
What's Daytona up to Greensboro? I don't know if Delta runs that flight. So
I'll say this, and this is why it's bad. Kevin has an enabler now, and it's Sean Oliver. And Sean Oliver is sitting there going, of course, I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, are you going to get paid? Or are you going to get paid for being there? If they put you on camera, you got to get paid. It's like, Sean, shut the fuck up. Stop enabling this idiot.
I think Sean's one of those instant downloaders that we're concerned about.
Ooh.
Check it. Is it New Jersey every time?
Yeah, Patterson, New Jersey, or wherever the fuck he was from.
What did Sean Oliver think about the movie Patterson? Have you seen that?
No, what's that movie about?
What's the guy's name? He played Kylo Ren. I'm blanking on it now.
Oscar Isaac?
No.
Adam Driver?
Yep, that's the one, Adam Driver. And he's a poet.
Oh, it's a Jarmusch film.
Yep, it's a Jim Jarmusch. Yep.
He's from, he's a Cleveland...
he's a poet.
Cuyahoga Falls.
I can't remember if his name is Patterson or he lives in Patterson, New Jersey, but there's a reason
his name is Patterson. It is...
Where does he live, though?
Oh, he lives in... Well, he says he's a New Jersey transit driver in the city of the same name. Okay. All right.
And I remember watching that movie and being like, this fucking sucks. I hate movies that are like, I'm in my own asshole. Strap in.
Jarmusch can be like that sometimes.
I like
Down by Law.
I'll say this. What's the one with black and white and it has Bill Murray
Tom Waits?
No, it's Bill Murray serving coffee and cigarettes. It's called like something
like
that.
Well, Waits is in that too, but yeah.
I do like when Bill Murray takes the pot of coffee and just starts drinking it while he's talking.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
That's good. Yeah. And this is the Workers Club where we break off on that. And now we're back to Brian's stuff. And he is the head writer. And
Listen, here. Let's tie it together. Who would be the better writer for wrestling? Sean Oliver or Brian? Unreigned, they have total control over the product.
Sean.
Are we going a long term? I need someone to run my business, or we're talking just
They got the reins. I don't know. They're
Sean,
running creative.
my
I'm
gut
going with
says
Sean
Sean
too. Yeah.
My gut says
absolutely. My thing though is if I'm just looking for like somebody to eat shit and like run it,
Sure.
Brian's gonna be
Yes.
looking the boot.
Brian
much
is
quicker than
Brian
Brian
is the guy. Does Sean have that? No, Sean does have that in him to be like, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
But I'm saying
He
But I
wants
think he's at least he's got dignity. I know the hat says otherwise, but
they're gonna get their vision out there. I would go with Sean too.
and if Sean's got respect for like the historical as well. There's not this sort of narrow vision of
He's gonna shoot it like Sopranos.
I so now I'm picturing Paul Levesque and Sean sitting in a room, and Sean's got his leg crossed over his other leg, and he's like, so yeah, he's talking to him like, yeah, you know, I know Kevin, you know, yeah, Kevin has talked about me and like this and that, and they're like very like, he wants to be chummy, like we have already a connection. So this is what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking like we bring Sean in, Sean Waltman, I'm talking about. We bring Sean in. We're doing a Hall of Fame run leading into him being. It's like, and Paul's just like hearing Sean. And Paul's hearing rapes outside.
Not anymore. Not him.
Not anymore. Not him. By the way, what does Sean think about DIY? And it's not influenced by anybody else. Like, what wrestlers does Sean like? Like,
Sean
not
Oliver?
influenced? Yeah.
I
Not
don't think
influenced
he
by
ever
Kevin.
really
Not influenced.
gives. I don't know if he ever really gives an answer about that. I think he's an '80s WWF guy too.
He wants bodies.
Yeah,
He wants.
and he wants goofy. He wants the goofball shit.
Does he like Jim Cornette? I mean, or does he agree with him?
He thinks Corny's kind of a character.
Interesting.
You know.
so too much of a coward to burn that bridge.
Yeah.
Don't podcast stream. They cannot cross. Do not. So we're back at
Sorry,
him again.
I was just thinking of Corny and Sean working together, and I'm thinking
no.
of the video where it's Greg Gagne and Cornette doing a Sean Oliver tape, and it's an you don't know what I'm talking about?
Didn't
No,
they do like the
I haven't
book in the
watched-
territory thing or whatever?
I mean, Gagne's taking credit for everything. He invented the NWO. He was gonna sign Hogan, and Corny's just like, huh, that's interesting. He knows it's bullshit, but he's not gonna.
He's not going to call him out on it.
Yeah, he's got too much respect for Gagne. But it's something
wow, that's
watching
a
him.
problem.
So
Can we
Bruce,
get him, Greg Gagne?
yes, we could, and we should try, and make him listen to this. Is put it, Larry. Make a note. Greg Gagne.
I could speak the language to him. He'll trust me.
Could he? Now this is always the hurdle. Can he click a StreamYard link?
Didn't he just do something recently? I want to say he was just. I'm always amazed when he sounds coherent. I don't know why I expect him just to be beyond, his usefulness. But I feel like I just saw him in some sort of wrestling media, and he actually sounded okay.
My only question to him would be like, I knew a guy that saw you in Iowa hunting once. Thoughts? He'd be like, yeah, probably happened, sure.
Title
Bruce
match
being
wrestling. Hang on.
Are you looking up his contact info?
No. He just did a shoot interview. God damn it. Okay. Anyways.
$20, right, for Greg?
No, they were always greedy fucks. He's gonna charge you $500, I think.
No, I'm not worth it.
No
No
way.
fucking way. Not worth
$250 and
it.
some Speedway gift cards, some Culver's gift cards.
Some gas cards.
Yeah, just be like, "What's your favorite restaurant?" I'll do 100.
I got Speedway
like-
points. I can buy them.
He's
So
like,
I'm really not losing anything.
he's like Red Lobster. I'm like, $100 for Red Lobster. That'll get you some fucking.
Pull it up on those cheddar biscuits.
Crab buffet a couple times. Bruce Pritchard being Bruce. He also smartened Roddy up to how much I didn't like being touched. He's a Larry over here.
He is.
He doesn't like being touched. Which, this is the first time it's being brought up, correct? He doesn't like being touched.
Yeah.
So then Roddy would pat him down, footnote alert. And after the stories I've heard about wrestlers in the 80s, maybe he was looking for drugs, is what he's saying.
Thanks.
Hey, boy.
I don't even care because he doesn't even say anything good. He doesn't say why Piper was fired, right?
Well, he says that Vince and Roddy are legit tough guys. I wrote, come on.
That was stupid. I know.
This is a guy that thinks, don't get me started on who I can beat up. God damn it. Don't do it. But he thinks Vince is a legit tough guy. Vince. And he thinks Roddy is a legit tough guy. I'm sorry, I'm not Bret Hart. I don't believe it. Vince, who knows you, he kind of gets some self-awareness where he's like, Vince knows I idolize Piper, so he's gonna maybe fuck with me. So Vince is like, you gotta write the Roddy segments, and then he's like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm scared. And he says basically that he didn't, and that he would just kind of pawn it off. So yes, I was pretty much taking the easy way out. You know, like his hero Roddy.
Well, that's what a great, head or leader or manager does, is
Get nervous and
pawn it off to somebody else.
shuffle it off. So it's WrestleMania 21. Stephanie McMahon is making the assignments, a position she earned. And she says you'll be writing the Eugene, Muhammad Hassan, and Hulk Hogan segment, and the Piper's Pit with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I wrote, how stupid. So I quickly wrote up the Eugene Hogan segment, which admittedly was very basic in setup and execution. You don't say.
Yep.
Why do I have no memory of this?
Oh, I do.
Ro-
A little bit.
Roddy greeted him with the...
It's
Go
not
ahead.
classic. It's not.
No.
It's exactly. It's what I said the fucking Rock Ronda thing was. You just put two people in there. They're gonna get some pops. Go home.
That they had to have Brian Gewirtz.
Brian's got to work on this, like he's trying to fucking discover a new
He's writing.
periodic element.
He goes, Hulk, go in there with a foreign heel.
He'll say
And
brother.
then- Yeah, you'll say this, and then he'll be like, no. And you'll be like, brr. And then Eugene will be there. Brr.
And he's retarded,
Why-
so he'll say something wacky.
Oh, you know
Why-
what been a fun story? If Eugene stole Muhammad's turban. See, that's good writing.
Well, he loves the hat on the head, so
Yep.
he'll put the hat on the head.
I'm going to ask you this. I know the answer priority, but there is a timeline where Eugene gets inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And they have to figure out how to present it.
It's the best timeline.
Like this guy, like I'm sorry, because he's from South Dakota, which is close, Dinsmore. But him doing this thing, I'm doing the hands. Like that's tough. That's
I
tough
mean, he
stuff.
was like the modern Baron von Raschke, right?
I can't believe Vince McMahon was like, "What if we have a character that's like our fans?"
It'll be inspirational.
I mean, it's more. That might be his greatest idea ever, and he'll do all the finishers. Like he wrestles like our dumb fans. It might be his best idea ever. So Roddy's patting him down again. It had become our thing. I don't know if it's your thing.
You're a victim of bullying and you're coping, but
during
it's
this whole thing, I kept thinking about Brian Alvarez's story where like Roddy was like, "I'm gonna kill you," and he like took him into a dark room and was like, "I'm gonna kill you." I might be like I'm paraphrasing, but like Roddy was being insane to him, and he was like, "Okay, why?" And he's like, "Because of the way you talk, you know, because of the all the other stuff." And then Brian's like, I think he was like being an insane person, and Dave's take was always like, that was just Roddy.
Well, no, yeah, because more of the story is that the next time Alvarez met him, Roddy greeted him warmly as if it had never happened.
Yes, that's where it's yes. So I feel like this guy being like, I'm gonna constantly feel this guy up and pat him down because I know he doesn't like to be touched, and I know he's a fan of me. It's kind of, I don't know. Is it endearing? I don't know. Or is Roddy just thinking this guy is like his outlet to the current product? So as long as he keeps in his good graces.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what you're thinking. So he's sitting there with Roddy and Steve Austin, and his thought is, the head writer, his thought is, let these guys work their thoughts out, and I'll be there to make sure it was outlined on paper so that Vince could approve it. So they're talking out what they're going to say, and he's like, he's as a head writer, he's writing down what other people.
It's kind of the way Miles Davis took writing credit. He let guys jam, and then he was just, I gotta record this. It's going under my name.
Sounds like it's a Miles Davis jam, you guys. Sorry. Let's see. He says that he was there. He had a part in, let's see, Rock and Hogan's face-off in Chicago and Bret Hart's return with Shawn Michaels being the others.
I don't know.
Things he's proud about. Footnote alert. Put it down on 137. CM Punk's promo with Jared from Subway, not so much. So he had a hand in that. That's fun. It's hindsight.
Bret's return with Shawn wasn't. I don't know. I guess it just means something because he's a fan.
Did Brian suggest, and then you kick him in the fucking nuts, dude?
No, he's just saying Bret with Shawn, not Bret with Vince. And all they did, that was so anticlimactic. If you watched it, they just kind of shook hands and then Shawn walked back.
Knowing what Brian has suggested in this book, I think Brian suggested Vince kick him in the nuts.
Probably.
So Roddy has a couple things. Keep it short to a degree and then don't swear. So then Roddy is soaking in the fans. Vince is yelling at Brian because it's his fault for whatever reason. Jesus Christ, Brian, when is he going to get into it? Then Roddy says, bullshit. I saw Vince rise from his chair as he screamed, did you know you were going to say that? And so at this point, we just know that the writers are there for Vince to bully. It's his product. But the writers are there for him to be like, I don't like it. You fucking dipshit. Brian says, no, I had no idea. Fuck! Then screamed. So he goes, you got to tell Roddy, your hero, that he did a boo-boo. It's every Piper fan's dream to privately scold him for his choice of language, and now I get to live it out. I don't know, man. Quit. I dare you. Go write. Write that great pilot. Go get a gig. Why do you hate it, or do you like it? Do you like getting bullied by Vince? Do you like being in this company? Let's see. So I was pretty sure it was probably top 5.
Top 5.
Oh, because he says, curse words. He says, did I curse? Is bullshit? Roddy says, is bullshit even a curse word? And Brian goes, I don't know. I think it's like top 5.
Oh, okay.
Is it? Shit.
Awful.
Fuck. Cunt.
Goddamn.
What else. Is that it?
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I mean, where's bullshit landing on this?
It's shit. So
shit is before bullshit.
Okay, I don't know.
I mean, do you really like bullshit? Like, where's it landing with you?
Brett said it on TV in '97, so it's not that risque.
Which is very funny. You have Vince is like throwing a fit. This is bullshit. We have a footnote alert on the next page. Roddy gave him a T-shirt. Said, "You're my hero," and also added, "That's bullshit." It's a little nod to the kerfuffle. I have a shadow box hanging on my wall in my apartment. Hasn't bought a house. Super weird.
He's a New Yorker.
I mean, $7 isn't housed in New York. I imagine it's housed in Los Angeles. Moved to Los Angeles. Just moved to Los Angeles. What are you doing?
You gotta ask.
What are you doing?
I'm just saying, he's a New Yorker, man. He's not gonna move out to LA.
Sure.
We're gonna do Skype calls, and
You're gonna pay for New York. I won't get into it. I won't get into it. People are like, well, he left. It's like, he's listed as a consultant. Like, he never left. Even with $7, he never left. By the way, the footnote alert for the... Footnote alert. In case you're wondering, fuck no, I didn't correct him that he wrote your instead of you apostrophe R-E. Shame on you for even thinking of it. I mean, I thought when he wrote it, I was like, yeah, no, Roddy's dumb. But then he called me out, and shame on me.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on me. So now he's at the WrestleMania 31 after party. Am I missing anything?
No, you're...
I mean, I'm so tired. We're like
I'm
2
tired
hours
of
in.
Piper. That's all. Nothing gets said. It's just Piper's a little sad.
Well, he says, I don't like these parties because basically have a lot of drunk wrestlers cornering you and pitching long, quote-unquote, storylines that in all likelihood aren't going to happen, parentheses, Vince, which he does not write. He's there with his friend Liz Pena, who did the O Chavo of his entrance theme. Sees Roddy, comes up, he says hello, and Roddy says, can you grab me some potatoes? And he's like, okay, you want some meat? And Roddy's like, yeah. This is the story. This is
Picture
it.
Roddy living in his car at the time.
Oh no, it's straight out of like that Always Sunny episode.
It was the last time I ever saw him, and I wrote March 29th, 2015. And so he dies, and in December of 2014, he looks back at the last text, which is months prior. Happy holidays, Brian. Love to your family from mine. Can hardly wait to fill you up in 2015, which he did do. He got to do. A kiss on the cheek for now. Love, Hot Rod.
It's fine.
When you're on the creative team, you start to learn pretty early that your opinion and what you want ultimately doesn't matter. And I was like, wait, what? As Vince would always
philosophy, yeah.
As Vince would always remind us, Vince who loves to be challenged, Vince Booker of the Year. It's not about what you want, it's about what the audience wants. Which is what he wants.
Yes.
What is the point of this? So, he worked with Roddy's hero, and it was validation of why working in WWE actually mattered.
Nope.
Because even if the matches are scripted, the connection between fans and their heroes is real. What do you think?
Smiles on faces and shits on heads.
I mean,
I don't know.
He has the thing where he's like, hey, you can shit on this job all you want, but I got to meet my hero. I get to be a fanboy.
Is that really worth
All the shit he's taken?
Yeah, like
he said he had a mental breakdown when he was still like throwing chairs against the wall, and he was like, ah. And also he's like precariously trying to dodge wrestlers pranking him, and like, I'm on your side, help, you. Like he's traveling.
Yeah.
When
You get to meet your hero.
he met Roddy.
Look, we've talked about heroes before. I think it's kind of pathetic for a grown man to have a hero.
He met Roddy, and Roddy kept nut tapping him. It's great. It's fine. It's
Would you eat shit for 6 years just to meet Kenny Omega?
No, I don't. Look, I'm on record. I have a no hero policy in my life.
Good.
No, there's no one I would ever want to meet.
I wouldn't put up with bullshit for like 15 minutes to like meet Michael Jordan. Not that he's my hero, but like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no one that's...
I have such a
Have some
strong...
respect for yourself.
Yes. I have such a strong... Everyone on Earth are people. This is crazy to say. They're people. Your heroes are people. Everyone's human. They're shitting. They're coming. There's no... Look, you called like on a few episodes back. You called me a Bernie bro. I've met Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, but no hero worship.
I met my brother, and my brother went, this is my older brother, Wilson. And Bernie looked at me like, okay, that's information. And I went, that's right. Like, that's correct. That's correct information. And that was it. Like, he's just a guy. Like, what are you going to do? Like, I was here. There we go. I'm here because we're supporting the guy. I was not heroish, but my brother's like, do you want to get in line to like meet him? And I was like, I don't know. My brother loves getting autographs. He has a lot of. I do not get autographs.
No.
I like this. I saw Mark Bellhorn, and if you know what Mark Bellhorn is, that's fucked up. But I saw him give no autographs, and I was like, "Who the fuck do you think you are, dude? You're not gonna give any autographs?" Mark Bellhorn, I watched. What's that?
Not giving autographs, or
No, yeah, people were like, "Hey," and other people were autographing Mark Bellhorn. Was like, "I'm Mark Bellhorn. I'm like the 42nd worst second baseman you've ever seen in your life. See you later, dude.
Yeah.
I won a World Series title." Mark Bellhorn, you aren't even a Todd Walker. Okay?
Ooh, wow.
You're not even a Todd Walker. Get
Did he
out of
fight him,
here.
though? Did he fight him?
I could beat the shit out of Mark Bellhorn. No worries on that. You want to go through who it could beat up in Red Sox Nation? Pedro. And I love Pedro. Pedro's my favorite pitcher of all time. I could beat up Pedro.
Schilling?
Who?
Schilling? Kurt?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's got a weak ankle. I'm definitely going for that. And also he's dumb. Schilling for sure. Don Zimmer. He's not on the Red Sox, but I could definitely throw him
Oh,
around.
everybody
I
could.
saw Pedro beat him up, so I'm definitely Don Zimmer.
Who was the guy who threw him to the ground? I love watching that
That was
clip.
Don
every
Zimmer.
once in a
Yeah,
while.
Don Zimmer.
Yeah, I love tossing it out every once
To
in a
beat
while.
him up. Jason Veritek. Yeah, I think so. I saw how he fought A-Rod. Let's see, who else? David Ortiz has size on me, and he's on steroids. Although he won't say this. Manny Ramirez. He's on steroids.
I think Mo Vaughn's going to kick your ass, though.
He's big. He's a big
Yeah, Mo
boy.
Vaughn's going to lay down the hammer.
Yeah.
the 1995 MVP was the biggest miscarriage of justice in the history of the photo.
When did this
Mo Vaughn over Albert Bell.
mark this down as
Bullshit.
the baseball now we're a baseball podcast.
Disco's going to
Baseball
listen now.
Baseball season is starting up. I used to go to spring training every year back in the day. Oh my goodness. Should this become a baseball podcast?
No, please no.
What are we talking about? We're talking about on base? We're talking about we're talking about grit? Are we talking about is he clogging the base pass?
Listen,
I
I
brought up-
love that Paul DePodesta works for the Browns. Okay? I can't imagine all the stats flying around.
Well, you know, my favorite Tony Khan is he's king of analytics.
He says.
And
I brought up war while we were at my dad's Christmas party. His
Wins?
best friend, I swear, was about to kick the shit out of me. Like,
It's a valid stat. We're
It
talking
is.
about wins here, brother.
we've got to assign a value here, man.
Should we do Moneyball as our next book?
Listen,
I
the
love that
book,
book.
I love the movie.
I love it. Oh, the movie is great.
Yeah. Really great.
Sorry, I got us off track again.
No, it's great. I love the book. I love the movie. Should we do it as our next, and then just forget wrestling and we just move into baseball books?
Is there an Abe Knuckleball Schwartz book so we can kind of like Venn diagram it?
Has Tommy Lasorda written a book that I can bury?
I know
He's dead, right?
locally, Omar Vizquel wrote a book, and he talked shit about Jose Mesa, as he rightfully should.
I tell you, I would say baseball's close to wrestling in that, like, my buddy and I shared, like, the George Brett video of him, like, I shit my pants last night in the hotel.
I'm
Fucking
good for about one or
wild.
two of those a year.
It's fucking wild. And I have, like, equally as many wrestling as, like, baseball stories where we were sitting and, like, a woman was just chain smoking next to us in the base, and we're like, and then now it's going, it's a no smoking stadium. No one should be smoking. This one's just like, I hope Mike Moustakas hits this one. Mike Sweeney's so good. Mike Sweeney, he likes it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, lady.
What stadium was this at?
Kaufman, baby. Kaufman.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's outside. It's out. But also, So in Fenway, when I was in Fenway, and I saw and Trot was coming back. I believe this was when he played for the Cleveland Indians. He'd left the Red Sox, and Trot was one of my favorite players. There was one guy that kept going. I love this story. One guy that kept going, and I was sitting in the outfield for this game. Trot. Trot. It was a whole game. Trot. And finally, Trot turned to him and went. And the guy went, yeah, all right. And then Trot turned back around. Trot. It kept going. It was wild. This dude, I don't know what he wanted. What did he want Trot to do? he acknowledged him, and he was like, yeah, all right, woo. And then the minute Trot turned back around, Trot. But my favorite was at spring training, and we were watching Kevin Millar. Do you know who Kevin Millar is? Cowboy Up, piece of shit. I'm sorry. He was all right. He's fine. Hey, world titles. He goes.
World.
He's in spring training, and he was throwing his glove up in the air and catching it. And I remember thinking, I was on a baseball team, and the coach yelled at me for jacking around. Now I'm watching a major league. I was so hot. I was like, I'm watching a major league player. He was talking to Tito Francona, the manager. And he's like, throwing it like a child, throwing his glove up in the air and catching it while he talked to him. And I was like, it's ingrained in my brain being on the baseball team. And the guy being like, you're just jacking around. I'm like, I know how to do drills. Like, what are we doing? We're doing drills. And I got in his face, and he had a mustache. And I went to my mother and was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not playing baseball. And she went, she didn't want to drive me anymore. She was like, that's fine. I don't give a shit. And
Man,
I
quit so much stuff because my parents were lazy pieces of shit. They didn't want to drive me anywhere.
And I was like,
they're like,
got
yeah,
a mustache. This fucking guy thinks he knows how to play. So much, and I'm getting furious. It's like, oh, so I could do what Kevin Millar does. I'll get me on steroids. And allegedly, he just hit really good. All these players on the Red Sox hit really good for a small amount of years, and then did. Just like Brady Anderson on the Orioles, just like I had some hot ears there for a minute. So then Kevin Millar's clearly out of shape. So then he runs. He gets a hit, and he runs from first to third. And everyone's like, yay! And then one guy goes, get that guy a donut! And the crowd, like everyone hears it. Oh, Lord Almighty! I laughed so hard. He's fat and he's lazy, and also we did not win that year. And I think I knew the minute that guy get that guy a donut. I was like, we're not winning this year. Everyone is so fat and happy from winning. We're not winning this year. It's not happening. Are we reading a wrestling book? Okay, hold on. Let me get this back out.
We can stop. We're at the Goldberg chapter.
Let's do the Goldberg chapter.
Okay, let me get a snack real quick.
Okay, we pause? I'll pause. No, yeah, I'll pause. I'll pee. We just found out that Larry likes to drink milk with water. Okay, moving on.
Speaking of scam, let's hurry the fuck up. I'm so over this book.
No! Come on. Chapter 15. It looked good on paper. So, in 2003, WWE had a Goldberg problem, which is always a good thing to think about when you have a new talent coming in. We have a problem. After the much reviled WCW versus WWE invasion angle, that's the booking expertise there.
I mean, what was Brian doing?
Just sitting.
He doesn't talk about it.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. If it was up to Bill Goldberg, the answer was obvious.
Yeah, you beat everybody, and then you get the belt.
Well,
where was Brian when Canyon had to come out of the closet?
looking with his eyes wide, going, "I wish."
Okay.
Well, Vince
Are we
saw
saying
it.
Brian killed Canyon?
Vince, oh boy, I booked the Undertaker. Vince saw it another way. If Goldberg just beats everyone on the WWE roster, then disappears after a year, sure, you might score a few big pay-per-view buy rates, and then he buries the invasion again. But it would mean short-term gains for potential long-term damage. And I wrote, this is just so stupid. It's Vince stuff of like, this guy, he can't beat our guys because what if he leaves?
Well, at this point, let's all the people that have walked out though. Austin's walked out. Rock is off to Hollywood. He's got his idiot son-in-law who has to carry the torch now. I'm not saying it's right, but that's definitely
Yeah.
This is definitely very much we're in the era of the company is the attraction, not the talent.
Well, what happens when all you have left are his opponents who got their ass kicked? And I was like, I don't know. You just ignored it that it happened. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, Brian comes off like somebody who's never watched pro wrestling. Like, CM Punk, I hate to bring him up, but he beat a lot of guys in AEW, and now they just carry on as if that never happened. He's like, well, what would you do? What if Bill Goldberg beat Booker T? Then we got a Booker T that got beat by him? What do we do with that?
Everyone's going to be like, well, Booker T lost to Goldberg, and he's not here anymore.
Yeah, and he's not even wrestling. He's nowhere. There's no other companies. That's another thing. Where it's like, there's no other company. Who gives a shit? What are we doing?
Yeah.
So he brings up the invasion angle again. He goes, did I mention it was much reviled? Parentheses. Goldberg needed to be a success, but we needed to be smart about it. I wrote, I hate this.
That's really the WWE in a nutshell. They try to be smart about it. They try to be so smart it ends up just stupid.
Yes. Vince loved Goldberg's intensity and natural charisma, but was never truly impressed with what WCW did with him. Oh, made him a star on par with your stars, and they were beating you. Oh, okay. I roll. So, Goldberg beat The Rock in his debut match.
I don't know. Are we overcorrecting on Goldberg?
What do you mean overcorrecting?
Are we overcorrecting and now thinking he was greater than he was?
Probably, because I hate Brian so much. That is what is happening.
I feel like the smart fan has done that. Yeah, the original run was
Goldberg is an
good.
unsafe piece of shit. We got to keep that in mind too.
Maybe that was his run. That's all he had, and you can't redo it, right? Some people are flashes in the pan.
Yeah.
And they're good for that brief time.
But it's kind of like, it's weird to me. Why would you convince yourself that people want to see a more entertaining side?
Of course, that's stupid. You're right. I'm not even factoring that in. That is fucking stupid.
We are giving Goldberg too much credit, though. But for the sideshow freak that he was, it was entertaining and compelling.
Yeah.
Well, footnote alert. Goldberg did beat Rodney Mack in a White Boy Challenge. Yes, there was an actual thing. Probably comes in about the 17th on the things that would never in a million years be allowed on the air today ranked.
So he's not going to take credit for something that was an excellent idea.
So this is what the Vince is asking them. Who is Bill Goldberg? Why should the audience care about him?
I asked myself that all the time when he was just spearing the entirety of WCW.
Yeah. I wrote, puke, why are we doing this? He needs to be a three-dimensional human being. We'd not only be improving on the WCW version, but we'd be telling far more interesting stories than simply repeating Goldberg beats everyone.
Did you, though? Did you ever have a better story than that?
When I offered a suggestion that some have said it has done irreparable damage to Goldberg himself and the wrestling business in general and the planet as a whole. So he knows, but he's exaggerating. He pitches this. This is so they're like, how do we make Goldberg somebody to root for? He needs to be more than just a guy that beats everybody. Wrestling, it's hard. You could give guys wins and he's dominant. But what if there was something more? And Brian pitches. Let me read this right here. It might look. What if Goldust met Goldberg and broke the ice by putting his wig on his head? That's what he pitches. That's his idea.
And he says he is the master of putting someone else's hat on your head.
Yeah. Might look good on paper, but are quite the opposite in execution. As a writer at WWE and pretty much anywhere, you need to be prepared to have an idea, a story, a joke, or a moment that you consider to be perfect, flop in spectacular fashion. I don't know if that's what happens in other writer rooms, that you pitch something and people go, oh, that's... I feel like in WWE, they're like, we can work with that. In other rooms, it might be like, that sucks. Next. Yeah, but he says, in my defense, I had a tremendously successful track record of having one guy put something on another guy's head. That's his
version of Bruce and his getting an article of clothing stolen from somebody else.
Yeah, or kicking somebody in the nuts. Yeah.
Who does that? Oh, Bruce.
Yeah.
Bruce's heart.
Yeah.
The ball shots.
Yeah. Bruce is like, who is kicking someone in the nuts? And then meanwhile in the corner, Brian's over here going, what if he puts a sombrero on his head?
So Bruce or Brian?
Bruce and Brian booking together, it's the end times. Fucking the devil comes out of the cracks of the earth. Stu licking his lips. If WWE were college, putting stuff on other people's heads would probably be my major. What a thing to say as a writer. My big idea, putting something on people's heads. My Uncle Howie had Meet Your Heroes. Me? What if something silly was placed upon their head? What a fucking dunce. What a fucking stupid company. It started with Al Snow and Steve Blackman. And he uses
God!
various objects, from a sombrero to a block of cheese on the head. The man they dubbed the Lethal Weapon. Footnote alert. Not a misnomer. I have no doubt he can kill a human in less time than it takes to solve a game of Wordle. Hey, have you heard about this, folks? Have you heard about this? Hey, folks, Wordle. We all know what it is. It's a game New York Times just bought. Hey, yo, hey. I hate this guy. This guy's fucking repugnant to me. Nothing makes me smile more than seeing Booker T superimposed in the Scorpion King holding a sword.
He's an idiot.
He knows better. That's all I wrote. I was just like, fucking... All my notes are like, fucking Christ. He knows better. He knows that he sucks. This is the worst. So, the key point here, he says in parentheses, having Goldust put his wig on his head got a huge audience response. Those vignettes helped humanize Booker T's character as he went from highly entertaining heel to insanely entertaining babyface.
Nah, he was a mid-card goof. You know, I don't
Remember
know.
when they made him a main eventer? They, had that great WrestleMania moment and really solidified him as a draw for the next decade. Remember when that happened?
My line of parentheses flawed thinking was that if the magic could work for Booker, why not Goldberg? Bill was still under the impression that we shouldn't try to fix what wasn't broken. He kept telling us, don't try to change his character. Just do what worked in WCW. I would have felt the exact same way if I were him, that's in parentheses. Bill can be admittedly surly at times and didn't have great relationships with the WCW writers. Footnote alert. Who had ended his famed undefeated streak by having him get zapped with a cattle prod. Now I feel better about this chapter. Okay? So, he talks about the Goldberg Golos thing, where he puts the wig on his head.
Yep.
Goldberg says, don't do that. The online outrage was even worse. Double footnote alert. I can't even fathom what the response would have been on today's social media have been around. Once again, it was an attempt by Vince and the creative team to bury WCW and everything that made it great. Yeah, sure. Goldberg wasn't happy or not happy about it. He just said, well, he says, the expression on his face is, well, we gave it the WWE method a try, and I'm never listening to these idiots ever again.
It's like that time Brett read Dynamite's face, and he went through like 8 different emotions, and it was all Brett just discerning them. He's reading a lot into Goldberg's facial expression.
Well, it didn't stop us from trying to make Bill a more rounded character.
Well, you have flat characters and you have round characters.
Yes. In the end, the attempt to make Goldberg a well-rounded character didn't really work. It was only when WWE brought him back over a decade later and had him the dominant killing machine he always wanted to be that he truly got over with the WWE audience. I like that he's like...
But he does another cell phone earlier, though, because he says... The irony is, if you've ever seen Goldberg on ABC's The Goldbergs, he's actually quite funny. That's because they know how to write, Brian, and you don't.
Oh, fuck. That is,
right?
That's it right there. That's it right there.
Brian's watching going, holy shit, he's funny.
Just like when he said that about Batista last week. He's like, Batista's actually hilarious in movies. It's like, yeah. He's got people writing for him.
Triple H is in his ear going, that's never going to work. That guy in a Marvel movie. So yeah, he goes, in the end, making him a comedy character didn't work. He says well-rounded. That just means making him a comedy. After being asked by Michael Hayes, do Jews celebrate Thanksgiving? He was legitimately curious. He had the right... Okay, so... Same. He's moving on to the awesome stuff. Do I think the wig vignette completely undercut an entire character's feature and legacy in one fell swoop? No. But it definitely didn't help. And then he moves on. He goes, Goldust got electrocuted, which somehow caused him to have Tourette's.
Listen.
That's it. And then he goes, Laham. Like, hey.
You don't know that one?
He's like, hey. Yeah, hey, here we go.
Well, that's because you missed the part about his Jewishness. I don't know. It was a weird analogy.
Well, he's like, he fantasizes about a kid going, at least Goldberg can beat Austin. And he goes, yeah, but Goldberg put a wig on his head. And the Jewish kid goes, damn you, Gewirtz.
It feels more problematic every time you say it.
Gewirtz. So now we're into John Cena Sr. And he goes into the John Cena Edge feud. He and Lita celebrated with a live sex celebration. It could be its own chapter called It Was a Batshit Crazy Idea on Paper, but since that wasn't my brainchild, I'll leave it for someone else's book. Name names, Brian.
Yeah, come on.
What are we doing?
It was Freddie Prinze. We know.
I mean, it's something interesting, so of course Brian's like, not my thing to talk about. He says, Amy Dumas is very cool in real life, but could play a tremendous stick on TV, even though I don't think she preferred to do that.
That was a weird one.
Yeah. It's almost like she hated being called a slut on TV.
Remember when they sent her to that Saudi show so they could pay her a bunch of hush money?
No, yeah. And she's been back. She's in the fold. Edge and Lita were a real-life couple. And they were truly hitting their stride. The Mickey and Mallory of WWE, as Paul Heyman would call them behind the scenes, invoking natural-born killers. And I wrote, oh, so Paul Heyman is also dumb.
Why?
Good to know. It's good to know that he's also a dumb guy.
Why?
That's your Mickey and Mallory?
I didn't take offense to that.
I took offense. That's your Mickey and Mallory.
It's annoying the way any wrestling, when they adopt a character, is. Yes.
They could be
that off.
They could be worse.
Yeah.
Where's Waylon Mercy and a young gal? There you go. I mean, go all in, because Waylon Mercy was clear. Waylon Mercy was clearly a Max Cady, so just go. So just go on that.
Think he should have stuck his fingers in Sonny's mouth?
I was such a fan of Waylon Mercy. Like, Waylon Mercy was like my guy. I was like, all right, here we go.
I was big on the Goon. I like that's thing where you would like check him into the post. I thought that was cool.
Well, it's sports. It's rules.
Mm-hmm. Look, our season doesn't end.
So, in cases like this, I tend not to script actual... Oh, so he's talking about the segment he's put in charge in. John Cena Sr.
Edge and Lita are going to go to his house, make fun of some stuff, and then slap him, right?
And then the head writer, Ron, goes, actually, when stuff like this comes up, I don't actually write anything. Maybe I'll throw out a key line, but not the whole scene. Better just than them to give... I just give the premise and then let them run with it. Cool. Can we get a different job title than head writer? Can we do
Production
like
assistant.
what? Yeah, just like something. John Cena Sr. keeps looking directly into the camera. And he's like saying things like, let me tell you something, Chicky Poo. You and your boy keep this up and I'll send you both of you to the edge. And they're like, "Oh no, we have a problem." Which
Is
John
that how he
Cena,
talks? I've never seen him.
yeah, we don't know because
Oh,
but
that's right. Yeah.
John Cena tried to learn like, "Oh, you're going to hang out with Johnny Fabulous, are you?" And he's like, "Huh?" So they show the thing where like Johnny Fabulous, John Cena Senior cannot stop saying like, "Hey, Chicky Poo, what are you talking about over here?" Vince watches it and goes, "This very well might be the worst thing we've ever done." And he's like, "Well, that's not true. Even this guy, this schmuck, is like, it's not even the worst thing we've done this week, let alone ever." But Bruce and I both knew arguing would only make it worse. Because Vince likes to get challenged. So be clear. So then Vince goes, "I'm very disappointed in you, Bruce." And then he writes a paragraph where he's like, and then I stood up to him and was like, "Vince, this is it." And he goes, "I'm obviously joking." That's always the great joke when you go, "I'm joking. I was actually a coward." Instead, I said nothing. Sentence. Period. Done. Bruce, having suffered every indignity imaginable working with Vince, cool, for so many years, did not try to protest. I truly believe if that had happened today, I would have stepped forward and taken my deserved lumps, but back then I hadn't reached my full maturity. I don't know. I feel like you wouldn't have. I feel like you knew the game. That you'd be like, "All right, this guy's getting yelled at, not me. Moving on." Bruce had always been there for me, once giving me a legit ear infection at my request so I could get out of going to a company Christmas party. What? And I just have question marks. What's happening here?
How do you
What's it?
give somebody a ear infection? Did he like put a turd in his ear or something?
But he did. By
Coward.
request. I don't know. Does he spit in his ear? I don't know. 3 asterisks later, so there are some ideas so brilliant they can single-handedly launch a global phenomenon. And this is Brian's mind in the writer's room of Mandalorian. What if he has to protect like a baby Yoda? And I wrote, that's so telling that that's his idea. Like, that's what happened in the room. Like, the guys in charge of the show, Dave, I'm probably going to get his name wrong, Filoni or like, they're like heavy lore guys. They're trying to build to like other future projects. But in Brian's mind, it goes, a guy sat down and was like, "It's a baby Yoda." And everybody's like, "Holy shit." It might be the most successful idea for a television show ever. So he loves Baby Yoda. I myself had an idea in 2002 that produced the exact opposite effect. And if you've read up to this point, this shouldn't come as a surprise. I suck, I wrote. That's what he's saying. Hey, by the way, so you've bought this book, and you're wondering what idea I came up with. It's a bad one. You know that. You've read it. Here we go. Strap in. I came up with an idea that made Stone Cold Steve Austin walk out of WWE. The idea was this. What if Stone Cold Steve Austin went against Brock Lesnar? It was a typical Raw meeting. 4th floor of Titan Towers. We're hearing screams. We're hearing cries. Vince is pooping on heads.
No means yes.
We needed a main event. So I threw out Hey, how about we just do Austin versus Brock Lesnar? You know, like a classic wrestling fan who just throws out like a money match, just like, oh, we need a main event. Austin, I don't know, Brock. Vince gave pause. Vince, another smart guy in the room, went, that's strong. Oftentimes, we don't even know what to make of that. Could be bad, could be good. Now, you don't just give away a match of this magnitude for the first time ever between the biggest star and the hottest rising star in the business. You certainly don't have the biggest star to lose. Originally, the finish is a match with no build-up. Was it going to be under? What does it say? Oh, this would be a match of King of the Ring. We're leaving money on the table, he says. That night, we saw it differently. We looked at it as a quote-unquote freebie.
Yeah, you want to talk, Brian, how you've completely plummeted the ratings of what was previously the #1 television show on TV and are now in panic mode because the network that's currently carrying you is ready to kick your ass off the air? Do we want to include that little piece of information for why you're so desperate for this main event?
Well,
Not relevant, Brian?
the rationale was that years later, we would do it right. That's what he says. Vince runs hot and cold when it comes to the value of first time ever. Sometimes it can be a huge selling point. Sometimes he says, who cares? And I wrote, Vince is an idiot. This is his version. This is his version of wrestling, where he's just like, yeah, Vince is hot and cold. It's random. It's fucking. It's like, yeah, that's why Vince sucks. And Vince is whatever's on his mind at the time. We felt we could pop a big number on Raw and book the match again years later. Could you imagine being somebody that actually believes this? Oh yeah, Vince is going to keep this under his hat for years. We'll slowly build this for years later.
I was thinking that too, because Austin was at the end of the line. So what are you planning for?
For years later. And then Vince would book it as that first time ever match. In fact, the time we do it, most wouldn't even remember this match even happened. Those who did and complained would be watching regardless, which is a direct shot at WWE fans. Like, you're idiots, you don't care, what is this?
Yeah.
Hence the idea of the match being a freebie. A few years back, Chris Jericho had interfered in a Triple H match, resulting in the Hunter being pinned by Brooklyn Brawler. Vince got it. He finally got it. As noted earlier, Triple H was, shall we say, none too happy about it. So this is his thing. I'm going to take this to Steve and go, look, somebody's going to come in, they'll interfere. Steve versus Brock was the Trojan horse to get us deeper into Steve versus Eddie Guerrero. Mm-hmm. That's what you do with that match. It's to make Steve and Eddie, this guy's the head writer. Let's make Steve and Eddie stronger. Let's feed Steve into Brock and make it a shitty finish. And then later we can say the damage had been done. Steve heard about this plan and walked out. Was I willing to go down and feel defiant, argue my case? No. Instead, I just felt guilty. When I got hired by WWE, I found the real-life Stone Cold to be intense, a perfectionist, someone who took his job very seriously. I was a rock guy, a fact that wasn't lost on Steve. In fact, the sight of me and Rock laughing out loud as we worked on a promo in the locker room made Steve's skin crawl. I almost had a superpower when it came to
How does he
my
know
ability-
that?
What's that?
That he makes Steve's skin crawl.
Well, yeah, have you ever known when somebody doesn't like you? That's what
I
he's
don't know.
doing.
Maybe not. Maybe I don't, or maybe I don't know. Listen, I know a couple people hate me.
Who? Who hates you?
I don't know.
Name names. Let's get
I've
them.
never been able to sense if I'm making their skin crawl, though. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
If you know you're that odious to someone, fucking change. No, I don't know.
what's he gonna do? What's he gonna be with Steve? Not be a writer?
Yeah, maybe. Go work on Nash Bridges and he'll respect you.
Maybe.
I've always wanted a Nash Bridges recast with Kevin Nash. It's just- Kevin Nash Bridges.
Who's playing the Cheech character?
That's Kev.
Oh, that's it. I almost had a
Colin's such a
superpower.
fucking hack. Get a real job, but you can't because you're untalented.
Oh, come on.
Lee.
He wrote for one children's show. I almost had a superpower when it came to my ability to piss off Steve. But he says, what I didn't know is Steve wasn't in a good place during this time. To make matters worse, Vince was relying more on writers than he'd ever had before. No one wrote Austin's famous Austin 316 promo, nor any of the other promos that he cut while becoming a top star. WWE had become a publicly traded company, and the idea of being more like a legitimate TV show with professional writers delivering professional scripts to professional performers had become the new normal.
That's what it was? Them going public?
Steve didn't like... I know, right? He's just like, it is what it is. Again, this guy's like, he's the quote-unquote head writer, and he's like, I don't even know how this happened. We went public, and now we're here. So what do you want from me? This isn't my fault. It's Vince's fault. It's like, you can't pick up on Vince bullying you. You can't, read the room and be like, oh, they don't need writers. They just want somebody to bully.
Yeah.
But he's there. He's going, I'm arm's length from this guy cutting a promo. So technically, I made this memory?
It's all worth it. He met Roddy.
Yep.
So he says, where was I at? Steve was not about to begin to take ideas from a comic book geek. Footnote alert. I actually stopped reading comic books in 1985 when my two favorites, The Flash and The Mirror Master, were killed in Crisis on Infinite Earths. But explaining that to a locker room full of wrestlers did not seem like a good idea. And also, Steve said so himself in an interview with WWF Magazine, telling readers how he'll be damned if he's going to start taking orders from some kid straight out of sitcom school. He shouts out his alma mater. Vince wanted me to establish a relationship with Steve. Not to be chummy, quote unquote, but at least it should be functional. And he talks about there being creative meetings, and they're tired of the Steve Austin character. How's Stone Cold going to raise hell this week? It was a fair question, but one we came to loathe. We wanted to write something cool for Steve, but the whole process had become rote. If you're raising hell every week, for years on end, and everyone expects it. Are you even raising hell to begin with? Big questions from Brian.
Yep.
When I took from this, Brian really struggles, from what we've read, with ass kicker characters. He doesn't know what to do with ass kickers. Has no concept. He's like, so you're just kicking ass? You're just beating everybody up? So what do we do? What he wants are the Kurt Angles, the Asian Christians, the Chris Jerichos, the Rock, where it's like, yeah, they kick ass on occasion, but mostly they're quipping, they're being funny.
Yep.
Brian Gewirtz doesn't even have a Wikipedia page.
Oh shit, we need to make one.
How pathetic is that?
Gus, you're the tech guy. Start writing it.
No.
Brian Gewirtz. This is for the first thing. Brian Gewirtz has Thanksgiving, and he eats matzo balls. Put that in the bio. So he what is it here?
Oh, Biden went to Syracuse University. Interesting.
Thanks, Biden. What did we read? Steve. Are we talking about Steve? Oh, Steve Austin. Okay. So it gets pitched to Steve. Hey, you're losing to Brock. I didn't even get the courtesy of finding out why Steve hated it. And he talks about like him calling Steve and being like, "You're gonna raise hell. You're gonna stun this person." Steve going, "Okay, bye, thank you." Other than the idea of pairing Steve with Kurt Angle for comedy vignettes when they were both hurt, I hadn't read anything Austin-wise to earn that respect. And you know what Austin and Kurt Angle are wearing during those sketches? Little comedy hats. He loves putting a hat on a guy. Looking back, one could say, well, maybe if you guys were more talented, you could actually write something compelling, some compelling shit, and it wouldn't have come to this. Fair argument. Again, he knows. He knows what's going on. But yet he continues. He perseveres. And he says this is wild. Vince had a parts unknown, quote unquote, promo that he cut off the cuff. And I have to say it was pretty compelling. Way deeper and more introspective than a typical WWE promo. What is this promo that Vince...
I know, I'd love to know.
That he cut off the cuff about parts unknown to Steve Austin, or to Brian, who then wrote it down. That he's just going about how parts unknown. It's done like what's unknown. Like we know Vince, so it's like unknown parts.
See, he looks like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, he's like he's going into like another level. His eyes are rolling back in his head. The only unknown parts are when you look in your pants. You can't find them. And Brian's like, holy shit.
He's just transcribing all of this.
And he's right. He's jostling down. Holy shit, Vince is a genius. Way deep. I love that. Way deeper, more introspective than a typical WWE promo. What's the level here? What's the floor? On what this? Vince cut a promo that's so much deeper. But Steve Austin, a wordsmith in his own right, looks at it and goes, quote, "I'm not saying this shit," and walked away. There you go. He looked at Vince's very compelling, very deep, parts unknown promo that Brian scribbled down and went, no, I'm not saying this shit.
I mean, why would Steve Austin give that promo?
Parts. What? Unknown. What? His dick. What?
What?
His wiener. What? Unknown. What? Not knowable. What? A mystery. What? Like, what are we doing? What's happening? Some guys like Kurt Angle and Randy Orton, when they first started, like their promos scripted. Less for them to worry about as they're working on their matches. Ryan just bopping along. Yeah, that's my job. I'm contributing.
The guys are memorizing their spots.
Yep. Writing on paper, going, I can't
Yeah,
be bothered.
flashcards.
I can't be bothered to be talking about a promo. What do you? I got a match to think about. The very idea of a writer represented everything wrong with where wrestling was heading. Here's such a key thing in this book. I wanted to say, Steve, I agree with you. Steve, we care. Steve, I will never hand you a piece of paper again. Please like me. But doing that would have just made things worse. In wrestling, it's better to be labeled as an idiot outsider than a desperate kiss ass. Though not by much. What a fun role for him to be in, where he's either an idiot outsider or just a desperate kiss ass, which he's shown that he is in the SNL thing. It's like, he's just like, that's what, I can't imagine, like Stephanie McMahon sees like, not dollar signs, but like when they see like a desperate kiss ass, that's just like, I loved WrestleMania 9. It was my favorite WrestleMania. They're just like, all right, you'll be abused. Come on in. Here we go.
Yep.
Like, it's like a cult where you sniff out like, oh yeah, this guy, this girl or guy has potential to be abused. Oh yeah, they're coming into the fold. So and then he goes on and goes, well, I don't think Steve's mad at me anymore. He's living his best life. And it truly is great to see Steve living his best life. Okay. Footnote alert. I now set my washing machine cycle to cold without having any idea whether I should simply because Steve said to do so once in a Tide commercial. There you go.
Noted.
Next page. So he walks up to Brock and Paul Heyman, Michael Hayes, and The Undertaker. And they're talking. He extends his hand to Brock. Brock looks at him all mean. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get killed, he thinks. Oh no. Which is stupid. To even write or even... If he truly felt that way, stupid. To write it is even... Because who is this book for? Oh, Brock was going to hit me. I was an employed person. Whoa. What had Paul been telling Brock about me that will make him want to end my life? But then, fortunately, quote unquote, Brock broke into a big smile. Then he goes into Rock's dressing room. And Rock says, did you hear that Brock's meeting Taker? Holy shit. He can't believe it. And he goes, at least no one proposed Goldust coming down after the match and putting the wig on his head. And I wrote, I hate this. I mean,
Yep.
what's 10? It's 10:33 now. And the next chapter is Summerfest: Tales from the Guest Host Era, which is I've read. It's bad. It's bad. I have a note in here that says stop. Just a stop. This is the guy. He's
to
in there.
blame for everything.
He's
Yeah.
in there. People
This
talk
is
about
all his fault.
the year after year. Well, it's also like it is Vince. Vince is the guy that was like WCW went over. He was like, "It doesn't matter. It's what I want." But also, there's Brian with his hands folded in front of him, going, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is actually good." But he knows it's not, and he's like, "Yes, yes."
He's happy to be there.
What's even better is that, and then during all this, is that there's rampant sexual and mental and physical abuse happening, exploitation happening, all during this. So it's just so good to watch this company and love it. And I'm not, Steve Sudi. It's just so good to watch this company unfold in front of your eyes.
It's just nice to unplug and escape from reality. And
I love to, it's like I love to unplug and watch any Harvey Weinstein hit. I like to unplug and just watch a Miramax flick. Anything with like Uma Thurman, anybody where they were like, he made me watch him jerk off. I'm like, let me watch that. Let me watch that movie specifically that you got cast in.
those Roman Polanski films just get better every year.
Yeah. Well,
I'm watching them.
You guys are separating the art from the artist on that one.
I do. Look, this whole WWE thing. I mean, Brian Alvarez is. I mean, he's on the board every day now, being like, "What do you want me to say? What do you want me to do?" Like he's on it. He's like, "I'm just reporting on what I'm like. Nothing has been said about this. Like I'm just reviewing the show as is." Like he's gotten to. What I mean, it is. Steve has said like, it makes me feel good. It's a habit at this point. It
makes me feel good.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like for him, it brings him like he ties it with like him first dating his wife. Like it's all tied in together. They started watching WWE.
Yeah.
My thing would be like find a new show.
Yeah.
And Steve, and I can talk like this because I know Steve is a bad friend and does not listen to this at all.
Mm-hmm.
He's too busy cataloging for haystacks. He's writing down time codes for other people that are also like, I am so imprisoned by this company. I need to watch this. It's wild to me. Cody Rhodes is crying on the show. I saw that. Another promotion. I got that. We can get that.
Again, I think people just want to be a part of something. Right.
They
want to be on a team. They want to feel like they're responsible for something. Maybe not those two. I don't get it from them as much, but the tribalism sucks.
I definitely laughed when somebody wrote, God, what was it? I can't remember what platform it was on, but somebody's like, "Oh, everyone's coming into WWE now. It's popular. You weren't here for the bad years."
Yeah, I've seen.
And I was like, "Holy shit!"
I remember that with Cubs fans when they won the World Series. It was this whole gatekeepy, like, ugh. Like, don't reward yourself for being an idiot and watching shit. Like,
why? Yeah, why would you be watching WWE 2018, 2017, like, what in the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Even I turned to my, like, they kind of drew me in with NXT, Black and Gold, Sami Zayn, Pac, Cesaro. And then it only took me a few times of like certain people not being pushed, people coming up, and then I went, Oh yeah, no, they're going to. There's the same thing. Oh, it's the same. Oh, it's the same thing.
If they actually had to sell pay-per-views, they'd be so fucked.
That's what it was. Yeah, where it was like, and then and I was a subscriber, and it's going. Well, I mean, now they don't care. They got the deal. They don't care. No, oh no, this is bad. Oh no. But then yet, Larry hates Tony Khan, and he hates his wrestling, and he's just trying. He's just trying to be a wrestling nerd, giving us.
They don't follow the tag rules.
That's Larry's big bugaboo.
Fucking guy with his hands in his pockets, the company mascot.
I love it. I don't even
Kenny
think there should be tag
Olivier
rules.
with his jazz hands.
Nothing gave me. I got legitimate joy out of. There's what's it? Tamatonga's brother Tangaloa. He did a knee move. You know, he did the.
Yeah,
I can't even call it.
Goey
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
And nothing gave me greater joy than Kenny Omega, friend to all, saying, "Well, I'm just glad that was recorded and that was sane, and that it provided laughs." He's so polite about this guy horribly doing a maneuver, and Kenny Omega's just like, "Yeah, that's good. I like it." Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, that's good." It's like when Cody Rhodes said, "I love watching people botch my move on 2 shows." When, for some reason, WWE got obsessed with people doing the crossroads on NXT and what have you. Yeah. Do we have anything else to say about Bryan?
I don't think so. Are we?
We
ending the book?
No. No. What are you talking about, ending the book? Well, how do you guys feel about Bryan right now? He's just a guy. He's just happy to be here.
He's one of the more pathetic human beings have learned about.
Well, we're not going to get him on the interview now. That's not happening.
Oh, I would love for him to come on here and defend himself. Tell me who this book is for, Bryan. Let's start there.
No.
You don't think we can get Bryan? Not right now. He's in the middle of the biggest build of his life.
He thanks Conrad Thompson in the back of this book. What do you think?
Yeah, he does. Should we try?
Listen,
There's no
man,
way
you're behind.
doesn't-
You owe us one, so do it.
I have to do it?
You got to go through
We've
$7.
already
You got to email Hiram Garcia, and ask him for permission.
What if he does the
Maybe
interview?
that's the documentary. It's us trying to get people and just recording.
He does the interview, and this is what ends his relationship with. Like, you didn't listen. He's that dumb. He doesn't listen like Sean Oliver did. You didn't listen to the. Well, Sean Oliver's also dumb. He also did it, and then listened later. I was like, oops.
Yeah.
Is he as dumb as Sean Oliver?
No, because he's more online. He's you know.
Is he already a listener? We got to check the locations. Is he already a listener?
I mean, he's probably a vanity searcher. That one.
Right, and I have been making a habit of including his name in the post. So,
Oh, perfect.
however, Twitter slapped me on the wrist for including bullshit tags, and now nobody sees the post anymore. They
Oh, you
took me out of
can't.
the
Yeah, I
algorithm.
thought you could use bullshit tags. I thought Twitter was just a free for all.
Something happened.
Well,
So what do we got to do? What do we have to do to get more listeners than?
I'm gonna buy subscriptions.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm not above tossing some money at pumping up the numbers.
I just want Al Snow to hear us on his commute to OVW when he's thinking about.
Is one of us gonna die?
When you see how he's thinking about, oh, I can't wait for all elite wrestling person to die in the ring like a normal person. I can't wait for that when he's.
Well,
thinking
that
it.
makes him a bad mentor then if he's sending Hollywood.
I love that. I love that he has a developmental program. Like he's training people up, and they're like, "Do you think I can AEW?" And he goes, "No, probably not AEW because I said that somebody's going to die in their ring. So I burned that bridge. I'm a good owner of this territory. What do we call this? Let's watch SmackDown together."
How many buys did that show get? 12 in that show.
Oh man, I gotta rewatch that.
He's like, we gotta get 50 to break even, and there he's like 12.
Nothing is sadder than him watching SmackDown with the other couple other wrestlers and being like, "Yeah, when I was on SmackDown, and it's like, what are we doing? What are they learning here other than you just reminiscing about? Oh, I was on this show." I mean, Sean Oliver
gave us this idea for a hat.
Yeah, Brian put a cheese wedge on Steve Blackman.
Best worker is the one that draws the most money, kids.
Dude, if Sean Oliver, if that's anything, that might be the greatest thing Sean Oliver's ever. And that wasn't even him. That was somebody writing in and going, "Al, if you say that the best match is the one that draws the most money, does that mean you've never had a good match in your life? Because you never drew a dime?" I don't even know his answer to that. I'm sure it's dumb.
Well, I guess we're not getting Al either, so...
I mean, I could just impersonate Al. Just do this, I'll forward, I'll lean in, I'll have shit on my walls and shit like that. I'll have my wife come in and cut a promo while I'm talking and be like,
"Are you gonna get around a nice test cycle first?"
Excuse me? Yeah. I'll be swinging fucking weight,
her.
weights
I'm talking about
off
her.
Oh, her? No.
Don't you remember Al's wife?
Oh, yeah. It's like, I can get you a spot on the card. She'll cut a promo on me. I'm gonna be lifting weights all of a sudden, but look at me. I'm a zaddy. Look at me.
What is that about, too? He's 60 and he's twice the size he ever was.
He's fucking doing the fucking ropes. He's like, I'm sure he bumped 2 times tops. The fact that he had to come out there and be like, head. It's like, these guys had to come to him and be like, we got to sell the pay-per-view. It's got to make more than 12, man. We got to make more than 12, dude. Help us. And he's like, I'll do it. I'm too old for this shit. I love that he's so
mystified as to why it's not working. I don't know what else to do to get more than 12 fans.
Look at that. I'm pushing an Uber driver and Hollywood J and her mom. This is good shit.
Holiday Inn bar.
Dude.
Oh, God, there's so much gold in that.
Why? I'm going to keep pushing it. We got to review this show and then do Al Snow's book. I'm getting close to
agreeing.
His thing that's like, nobody's doing this but us and WWE, and it's like, who wants that on a local level? Like, oh, I love fucking WWE, but on the lowest tier possible. I would love that. I love Bray Wyatt, but what if it was super shitty? I would love that. The guy's wearing a big mask. He's like, look at me. And then that guy gets into it with the owner. The owner's like, what are you doing? And he's like, fuck off. And he's like, don't talk to me like that. And he's like, well, you're talking to me like some kind of thing. That whole thing is so fucking weird. Where's his spot?
I don't think.
Okay. They're at you remember this, Gus? Where they're in a warehouse and he tells the Bray Wyatt kid the Bray Wyatt kid's like, don't talk to me like that. And because I guess he thinks he's a thing. I don't know why he says that to the owner. And then the owner's like, "Don't talk to me like that. I'm making my rounds." And they get into it, and it's like, "Wait, what is happening right now? Who is actually has power?" Assume this guy. Then the guy in the car that's Hollywood Jay's boyfriend.
Oh yeah,
That's like he's hanging out of a car like from the Evil Dead, and he's like, "Why haven't I been pushed? I don't know. Maybe because I do drugs too much. Maybe because I fuck around too much." It's like, yeah, you're naming all the things why. Yeah, you're right. He's like, maybe because I'm a piece of shit. It's like them filming that in that car is so good. I've been like, I've been like, hey, I don't know what up. And then the whole conversation with El Snow. Maybe we'll get married. We'll get a spot on the card. Yeah, that's what's holding you back.
Yep.
Because you guys aren't getting married. That's right. Okay. Why aren't we doing... Let's stop doing Brian's book. Let's start doing The Wrestler. We're so much more interested in the wrestlers. Why are we doing Brian's book? I know why we're doing
important.
It is important. Isn't it important? Now that you see WrestleMania 40, you're like, oh no.
I'm going to be on the lookout for like stupid hat bullshit, so...
Seth Rollins is definitely coming out in like some kind of gimmick, and he's going to be like, "Yeah, look at me."
He's going to put his hat on Cody, and it's going to be a moment.
Oh God!
I genuinely loved when people started chanting "Diarrhea Dwayne" or "Diarrhea," and Cody went, "No." Started shaking his head and going, "No." Not pause and let people do it. He was like, "Mm-mm. What a build for Cody and his story to have people chanting diarrhea. So it's exactly how he envisioned it.
Yep.
Cody, who can cut a promo, and then Seth, who's cackling, he's dancing. He's having the time of his life, and Cody's like, "Can we just get back? I just want to have a sit down with Michael Cole."
All right.
I have all the right opinions. Larry is conceding. Jared, yeah. I was going to call him Jiminy Glick. No, Cornette is wrong on all counts.
Okay.
James Cornette is Jiminy Glick of the wrestling world. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, you're wrong.
Oh, come on. All right. Goodbye.